What's up, all of the nerds here for today. It is episode 69. You know, like at concerts, when you go to a concert and like, if you're going to a metal concert and they need to, the singer is trying to like talk in between songs, but they still have their like scream voice on, and it's like they're not sure like where should they go back to their normal speaking voice.
I love that.
They stay like the black metal. This next song is Dark Triumph, and like they go into it.
I wasn't sure if you were still going for the Hall sponsorship or not. I thought you were still feeling it.
Damanerds unite. This is episode 69, everyone. Thanks for joining us here. Yeah, this is the first recording of 2025, guys. This new year. Here's the year. That shit's gonna happen. Shit's gonna go down. And maybe we're not even prepared for it. But hey,
as prepared as we'll ever be, bud. We're in it.
We are the hosts. My name is MJ. I'm always joined by my buddy over in Canada, Rod Dama. What's up?
Yes, sir. What up, my nerds? Over here in Vancouver, we are on January 20th, and it is 8:30 p.m. Monday. Fucking Monday is 17th year of Sander. Am I crazy?
Shit, dude. I think
we fuck this up every time.
I think it's because it's been such a long time. But hey, if anyone knows, hey, leave a comment. Let us know.
Yeah, tell me I'm stupid.
Might be 17th year of Sander, but we got bigger fish to fry in this episode.
That's right.
Or maybe shrimp,
bigger animals
to kind of boil.
Maybe even like a goat to sacrifice.
Oh, that's where the fucking comes back to it. Fucking black to the metal, sacrificial dagger. It's like,
holy
here we
shit.
go.
I love it.
Kendama, fucking goat. Daniel Lee Rankins.
Damn, the full gubby, dude.
Let's go.
Doxing the full gubby.
Indoctrination into the podcast. Dude, Danny, thank you so much for hanging out with the nerds.
Hell yeah. Thanks for inviting me. This is sick.
We were like
Flat
talking
Earth.
about, episode 69's coming up. Who do we get
big
for
one.
episode 69? It's like
Someone
a
who's
couple
69.
of mine. Yeah, exactly. Something about it.
I mean, at least someone who's wrote a song about 69, at least in the title. So I think I'm
69. It's been so long at this.
We've matched
age.
up very, very well with the goat, because who better than to match up this number, this all encompassing life number with this person who is the greatest of all time within the Kendama world.
The dude who comes in and walks into the club and does a whirlwind.
Dude, I mean, we're gonna stop with the shitty jokes. Okay, dude, let's
No, we're
get
not.
it.
No.
Yeah,
Two
we're
more.
not. We're
Let's
not.
go.
We're not. But yeah, Danny, I mean, we've had the pleasure of hanging out, meeting personally. When you came to Japan, we hung out for a bit, for an evening. That was dope as hell. It was so awesome to finally meet you in person. I think this is something that a lot of people in the Kendama, I guess just in this age, but especially like if you're a part of any scene, and Kendama is very active, lively online. And of course there's events and shit and, battles coming up right around the corner. But I think we know of a lot of faces, and we know of a lot of people through our expensive little black rectangles. And it's cool. Yeah, it is really fucking dope to actually meet people in person. And
Absolutely.
yeah, Danny, it was awesome to meet you. And just fucking hang out. We're gonna get there, but we wanna lean into it.
Why don't we start at the beginning?
Yes.
The very beginning.
The very beginning.
The big bang of the goat, if you will.
The creation
you mean
theory.
The Big Bang.
Yes.
You mean like when he was created? Like,
Well, you know what? I was thinking where
Like
I
my
was going with
parents
this.
69 for the episode.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
Big Bang.
Keep it themed.
Yeah, shout out the goat parents for letting this episode happen.
Where were you born, bro?
Yeah, I was born in San Jose, California, the Bay Area.
San Jose. Okay.
Yeah.
And right now, from people who know you, like me personally, like I learned about you and saw you online and stuff. You were already traveling all over the U.S., so I was like never sure of where's this dude from? But California, San Jose.
California. Yeah, my background is like a little fuzzy. It's like various like stints of like van life or traveling or like kind of bouncing around. When
Even when you were young?
No, I guess like no, not like when I was young. I guess like parent trips and shit, like going to like Yosemite or some bullshit like that. But like the band blew up relatively young, and then traveling kind of heavy through that, and then continuing on just kind of like doing that. I don't know. I lived in Portland for a bit, and then I did van life. I had a buddy a long time ago. I'm just ranting, kind of. I guess you asked me questions, and I'm ranting.
That's what we're here for, bud.
I'm talking. No, I'm just kidding. And then, but yeah, I didn't do much traveling, and then I had a homie tell me to go to Thailand, and then I was just kind of I was just going through a lot. I was being an adult. I had careers. I was working at FedEx doing this shit. I went to Thailand, and it fucking changed and projected the rest of my whatever is just to be traveling and shit.
Yeah.
After that, I was like van life, dude. I did van life, man, years, and then all this shit. Randomly, I lived in Florida for like a year and a half. Even then, I was kind of bouncing around a lot, but I like signed a lease. I had an apartment. I tried to like live in a spot and like start something randomly. But that's when I got into Kendama. A lot of Kendama people think I'm from Florida because of that. I had an apartment, was living in Florida when I started, but
well, that's what your base was at that time, yeah. So
yeah, exactly.
That's the connection. Okay. But originally, California, San Jose, and you grew
back now.
You grew up there, right? Until
grew up here, yeah.
Teenage years, out of high school,
till
and stuff.
Like till the age of when I felt grown. I was like, I'm grown till that. I don't know what I left California in like when I was like maybe 19, 20.
Okay.
21, something like that.
Yep. All right. Nice.
To Portland, Oregon.
Okay.
And then, and how old were you when you got into Kendama?
Oh shit, I don't know. 2018 minus with what year it is now.
So 7 years ago.
Yeah, 31.
So you're 31 when you found Kendama.
Yeah.
Cool.
Nice.
That's sick.
Nice.
It's always interesting to see like people who get into it as an adult versus a child, like in childhood kind of thing. It's like
more adolescent.
Like me too. I was like 25, I think, when I found Kendama. And yeah, it's very interesting, like just different mindset, because you're already like doing all this other shit. You already have all these other passions and all these other things going on. But then this thing comes in and just like changes shit.
Yeah. Dude, and it was surprisingly like not childish or whatever. You'd think it would be, but getting into it immediately, I'm just like, oh, look at all these people that are my age and fucking having fun with it. And
totally.
I don't know. It was cool. It was like, it was easy.
That title of like skilled toy, having the word toy attached to it, already like right away is like a strong connection with a child, pretty much. So this thing is really different. I think it's more connected with like what juggling would be, because juggling, nobody says, oh, what are those throwing toys? Like juggling like stands off on its own.
Totally.
And I feel like this kind of skill toy area is where definitely like yo-yo now and like Kendama has fallen into, where it's kind of hard, it's kind of shitty to label it a toy, a skill toy, because right, like
I don't think it has to be a negative thing though. Like there's nothing wrong with it being a toy and being attributed with kid shit. Like I love toys. I have so many toys, like actual kids toys, like Ninja Turtles and whatever and shit. Like
yeah.
Fuck, I don't give a shit. Like call me childish, I don't care. Maybe I am, you know what?
Right.
But I enjoy that shit.
That could be like that could be a turn off to someone, who is
it would hinder the growth or like hinder people.
Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
maybe checking it out.
I mean, yeah, just like
I'm super macho. I'm a super macho alpha, so it was hard for me to get into it because of the skill toy thing. I had to get past it. Yeah, a lot of Joe Rogan helped.
Yeah.
Just kidding, but
that I feel like that's something. That's something. Yeah. Okay, all right, dude. So, what was your life like in your high school age? Like, of course, if people don't know, you are in a band now, the Backs Together, Heavy Lolo, and musically, there's something that drove you to a scene, a community, and I think all three of us like I was definitely like hardcore heavy metal when I was like in starting high school. Had a small group of friends, and we were like fucking passing albums together, and we are all like, you know, dreaming like, hey, we should start a band and shit. And that's like the first kind of like community we found that was outside of like the norm kind of people.
Yeah,
Fucking
Like,
sheeple,
alternative.
you know?
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like not a sports team or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. And like, of course, in Europe, for me, I'm Connecticut, Northeast, near New York. You know, hardcore was big there. Hatebreed is from Connecticut, so that was a big, you know,
Let's go.
inspiration, right?
Yeah.
But you, that's Southern California. You got some heavy thrash. There's a lot. There's a lot coming out of there. What was your influences when you were
in
growing
high
up?
school? I was like prom king, quarterback. Just kidding. I was like 4'9", and I was actually like in high school. If you're asking the high school thing, I was like super Christian, and I was like in I was like in the worship band, but I was also in like Christian pop punk bands. So I was like starting to morph into the local like band scene, because eventually it morphed into like local hardcore scene, which also kind of had a crossover with the church scene.
Yeah, once
in
you
a
heard
lot of
Zayo,
places.
then it was like, ooh,
Yeah.
you know,
Classic.
we're
Back in the
under
day,
oath.
just, like-
Okay, yeah.
a lot of churches for some reason had just like not Christian hardcore shows at churches. I don't know if it's a thing where y'all are from, but like
Yeah, cheap venue, but I
Like,
played in some churches
yeah.
for sure.
it was like for some reason churches did not care back in the day. There's like, oh cool, like I come in here and like scream. Like maybe if you hang out here enough, you'll like come on a Sunday by accident or something, you know? You'll come to see your band on like a Wednesday night and accidentally pray or something. I don't know what their strategy was, but they would have but in high school I was that. And then but I was like kind of doing like a Christian into the like band thing. Like a nice morph.
I've had a lot of friends who are in, heavy Christian, and that's where like they started to learn music, like if it's like piano or drums or something. And then like, it's strangely enough, a lot of those people were like really talented musicians. Like maybe it's like, maybe like, I don't know, you know, Lord magic to help
by
them.
the Lord.
Yeah, I don't know what it was.
I did that in high school too. Actually, I played in the like worship band or whatever. It was only like the three of us or whatever.
Oh, hell yeah.
Kind of shit. Yeah.
What'd you play?
I play bass.
Dude, we should get together and make a Christian band
No.
now.
Let's do it. Goats for God.
I remember a bunch of that shit.
Yeah, I'm sure we could figure it out. All right, we're gonna have to jam. That's it.
But this is something that I feel like, you know, this community side of things, I think with people when we're younger, like is something that can help you feel a part of something. And at the same time, maybe, you know, we're the kind of, at least I was, you know, like big into like pot and shit and like, you know, extreme music, not the, I guess what you'd say norm or anything. So skateboarding and stuff, there was only a small group of kids who were doing that at that time. And it's like, as much as you felt like outside from the rest of the community, like you did have a small one, and like we felt, at least in my area, like more tight knit. And I feel like that's some shit that I mentioned so many times, I believe, on the podcast, how it's like it's a strong connection with Kendama because it is such a unique random thing that you really have to put in the effort and not be afraid to embrace it, which I think like maybe some of our past has helped us to make that transition a little easier.
We're already out of fucks to give.
Yeah, counterculture type shit. Just jumping into. Yeah, I like that shit a lot. I love any sort of niche. How do you guys say that word?
I say niche.
I think niche.
Niche. Any like niche-ish like sub like group of like, well, just like nerds or like people that are like outside of the norm or cool, and they like create their own community, and it's fucking sick. Just as long as it doesn't get like too cliquey or too like already established, and not like it's got to be that, but also inviting and like growing, but still like
that's a good point. I feel
like we're weird
vibe
over here, but like come over here too. Yeah,
totally, yeah. The openness.
the openness. So you were
Mhm.
traveling all around. So you got into the band, Heavy Lolo, and from that you were doing a lot. I remember, Rod specifically mentioning back a while ago when Skags was on. We talked about like, other people that were in like music and like heavy music, and you came up, and then Rod was mentioning, he's like, oh yeah, it's like Heavy Lolo. He's like, that was a pretty well-known band touring a lot over, up in Canada and stuff.
Hell
And
yeah. I definitely caught you guys once or twice in Canada back in the day.
Fuck yeah.
We might have even played the same festival once, I think. I don't remember, but either way.
And I was thinking like that started your, I guess, love for traveling, moving, staying in motion.
We started the band just kind of as a joke, kind of as like a time killer with no expectations, I guess. Not like to put it so nonchalantly, but we started it with just like, let's just fuck around, see what happens. We like certain bands. Let's try to like mix some of the influences we had. So it ended up blowing up more than we expected and touring and shit. And then I guess, that like kind of ingrained a traveling thing in me. Was that the question? I kind of missed it. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah. Like, pretty much. Yeah. To keep moving, to not just settle in one spot.
Yeah, dude, it got mad addicting just like being in the van, being in like new places all the time. Just, I don't know, just a new environment and traveling and stuff. It was really cool, especially because it was so unexpected and like, we really got to like appreciate like the blindness of it, like the, oh shit, hell yeah, people fuck with this, and this is like, all right, let's go. Like it was so, I don't know, it was cool.
And so then you mentioned you went to Thailand. So is that time?
Thailand, yeah.
Thailand came up.
Yeah, kind of a lot of shit happened before that. I don't know how like boring it is in podcasting, but so the band was big. We were like signed to a major. We toured around a bunch, toured with all these like great, sick, fucking big bands. Just fucking Guar and like big, huge shit like that. And then,
man, fucking
not like all the time. We did like one big Guar tour, but then like we toured with all these like cool, like Poison the Well and shit like that, and Dillinger Escape and stuff. And then, but then the band was starting to like teeter. Our popularity was obviously taking a hit, and we were losing fans. There's less people at the shows. We lost our booker, all this shit. So the band was kind of going downhill. And I wanted us to like quit the band and start new projects, start new momentum elsewhere. This shit was kind of dying down. And then no one really wanted to. I ended up leaving on my own, and I went to Portland. I ended up I started a bed store. I worked for a furniture company for like a few months, and then I ended up starting my own bed store, like a mattress fucking store. It's super weird and random, but I had like like a mattress store. Yeah, it was sick, dude. And then just like play chess and go on Reddit and like sell mattresses, and then but like, so I left the band. The band was still trying to like do shit. They ended up touring Australia, which is really awesome.
Okay.
I ended up not going on that tour because I was pretty established in Portland doing my own, like, I had a mattress store. It's fucking so weird. And then affordable beds, dude. Gang shit. And then
sleep's important.
It was sick, dude. My approach was mad chill on selling beds. But yeah, so they went to Australia, which is sick, but I didn't go, which was not sick. But sick that they went. And then then the band kind of wasn't doing shit for a while or whatever. But
just
then,
hiatus, not like
just kind of like, and then like randomly we're back. Like just yesterday I got back. We were shooting a music video that should drop in like a week or two, or like a new album that we just finished.
Nice.
So we're like,
hell yeah,
semi-relevant in like the we're doing things, I guess.
Yeah.
It,
to hook back to Kendama's, like Grain Theory bringing back fucking solid colored tamas. Like that's it. These things come in cycles. It's like fashion, music,
every
everything.
7 years or 12 years, whatever people say. Like,
you got to recycle the same shit. Put
Rising
a little different
Virgo,
type of
Gatorade.
Bell-bottom jeans, baby.
And
it's sick though. It's
it's pretty cool. Yeah. You reach a fresh audience, and you also go into it with a fresh mindset, with different just things that you've accomplished and things that you've
life
experienced.
experience.
It's all different, so you can approach it really, really fresh, which is
and
dope.
What's sick is at least like in talking about the band and shit. We're all mad older. We're all mad like more sober, more like on top of our shit, not like I don't know. So like writing, being with the dudes, like being with the boys, playing shows, touring is way more like real, way more like not just running around trying to get fucked up or like, oh, I'm 21. Yeah, like where am I? Like we're like, oh shit.
Yeah, you keep your clothes on more.
No, they're off. They're off about the same. Actually, this I won't spoil it. Yeah, there's nudity. There's been a lot of nudity going on just in like music video and then my buddy's video and shit.
Oh shit.
So it's still happening.
Like, that Red Hot Chili Peppers vibe with the big tube socks or what?
Small tube ankle socks, dog.
Small ankle socks. Ankle socks.
I'm just saying soccer socks, dog. There's like past the knee.
Yeah. There you go.
Like thigh highs.
Here's
it's just a pant leg.
Here's the Japanese lesson for this episode. So in Japan, bathhouses are really popular, and especially a long time ago, like I think all over the world, communal bathhouses were a thing, but still in Japan, it's pretty common. And there's this phrase, skinship.
Is it a verb? Is it like to ship? Is it like to skinship someone?
No.
Like
you have
foreskin thing.
You experience skinship because if you are
like friendship,
hanging out with people, and you go to the bathhouse with each other, you reach a different level of friendship.
It's true.
Skinship.
It's true, man. The first time I was in Japan, I'll fucking never
miss
forget.
Me with that skinship.
I had never met any of these pro players ever before, and I went with like Tomotsu, Alex Ruish, Colin Sander, Nick Schofer, and then like Eric and Brett, who I was with, and like all these dudes that I'd seen online and shit. And then I'm just like sitting in the fucking tub naked with these dudes like the next day. It's just like, what the fuck?
Let's hear penis sizes in order. All those dudes, list them out.
Obviously, I'm on top. So
on top.
That's sick. I didn't have any when we went to Japan. We didn't get any skinship. We didn't really have much time, but I like being naked around with guys that are my friends.
Your friends, yeah. That's that skinship. That's that skinship thing. Now you have,
or just guys random get.
You could say, yeah. So now that's what you can bring over to your friends. Like, dude, why are you always fucking naked? It's like it's all about the skinship.
Skinship, bro.
Skinship. I like
skinship. That. So dude,
what's the Japanese word? How do you say it in Japanese?
It's skinship, just like katakana.
Oh, really?
Skinship. Yeah.
Weird.
That's it. So
I said that like I knew. Skinship.
So you go to Thailand. Seems like something happens where you're like, all right, this is amazing. I want to experience the world, traveling more.
Yeah. And just to clarify, at this point, you have not gotten into Kendama yet.
No, this is super years before. This is like 2012, 13, 2013.
You left the mattress
like 5 years before. Mattress. Oh yeah. So I quit the mattress thing, but I jumped right into another career. The mattress it got stressful. I was like 25 or something, and it's just like a lot was happening. Or maybe I was a little younger, early 20s. A lot was happening, and then But then I jumped into another career. I was working at FedEx, and also very bearing. I don't know. It was a crazy job, and couldn't smoke weed. I had to be just like working a lot, and it was good money, but I was just like going crazy. It was a career, and I was just like losing my mind. And
is that like in the office type of job?
No, I was like driving. I was driving not the biggest trucks, not like semi trucks, but the one under
with the U-Hauls,
Class B or something. I forget, but like 22,000 pound. I forget. It's been a long time. It had like a side step van, might be called. Maybe.
I don't know.
It's like a big ass food truck type thing.
Yeah, you didn't need like an extra license for it. Yeah.
I needed to get not CDL certified, or maybe it was some sort of extra. I had to like take a crazy test, and then we had to get like Smith trained, which was like this extra thing. But it was I didn't need like a CDLA. I didn't need the like semi truck one. Wasn't that?
Yeah.
But it was still just like super crazy stressful. It was actually kind of nuts. They didn't pay you per hour. They paid you per. This is hella boring concept for the podcast. The pay rate of FedEx back in 2012 was crazy. Kidding. But they didn't pay you per.
Love numbers.
But they didn't pay you per packet or per hour. They paid you per stop. So it's like that's the incentive to like rush and like speed.
What the
and
fuck?
like
So,
they
no
literally
wonder
train
guys
you
are
to,
just like hucking packages at the door as they fucking run by.
dude, certain tiers like UPS, they're hourly, certain tiers and shit like that. But FedEx Home Delivery, specifically where I worked, it was all like contractor based, and they owned routes and they had drivers. Whatever is this hierarchy? There's a word there.
Yeah.
Bureaucracy.
Hierarchy.
Yep.
Mm.
Yep.
It's probably not even the right word. This is bullshit going on. And then yeah.
So you're stressing out, doing it too much, yeah.
Yeah, and I was just doing it way too much. And then my homie saw that we were working for the same dude. Oh, I didn't finish the thing about the pay. You said the guys really like to hear about the pay. So they didn't pay you per stop. They paid you per package per stop. And then so with the incentive to like rush. So you're literally like speeding. They train you basically to not wear a seatbelt, to fucking like run red lights, go as fast as you can because you make more per hour. Like you hit traffic and then you like lose money per hour. And then you're like stressed, not only because traffic, because like cha-ching, like it's going down. It was just the whole job. The way it was set up was not a peaceful situation. And then me and a buddy were just like we actually quit the same day. They made us go out in the snow and we were like sliding around. It was Portland. They don't really prep for the snow, so it's like they didn't really have shit. So we were like sliding around and we said fuck it and brought all the packages back and just quit. And then so they were trying to make us go out, and I don't know, he saw that I needed something else. I was kind of just at a wit's end, at a like eating whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, dude, go to Thailand. He had been to Thailand, and he was a bit older. He's like 10 years older. And he was like, dude, go to Thailand, man. It's life-changing. It's fucking sick. And I was like, hell yeah. And then so I went there, and he was right, bro. It's like so life-changing, and that place is fucking crazy. And it's even crazier now. But I mean, I haven't been in like maybe 5 years or something, but
yeah, Thailand's one of the places I haven't been. I've heard a lot of good shit. I want to go really bad.
Yeah, Thailand's fucking crazy. They legalized weed a couple years ago, and I think all tourism like kind of exploded in some crazy ways.
Yeah.
But
okay.
You've been out there. You've been to like Vietnam and shit. You did a crazy Vietnam trip.
Oh yes, I have.
Yeah,
we did motorbiked across the whole country in Vietnam. That was sick.
So that's
sleeping on beaches and shit. Fucking wolf pack takeover, baby. That was good. Give us one good Thailand story.
Oh shit! Some of them are
whatever discretion you'd like to use. I figured out. Yeah, we got a paywall. It's 5 Patreons only.
Let me think. I don't know. I mean, the first time I went, this isn't really. I just maybe like that story will come to me as I'm diving into one that'll like fit the podcast. But I don't know. I just like traveled there. It was my first time ever like just buying a ticket by myself overseas. Just like one way, like fuck it, I'm out. Putting my shit in a backpack. Nowadays, I do that shit all the time, and it like doesn't have that same feeling. But that first feeling, I bought that ticket like 4 months in advance, which is like crazy nerdy. Like, now I buy tickets like a few days before, and like I was just so excited and like, oh fuck yeah, and like over prepped and like fucking watched so much shit on it, and then just went, and it was one thing I like overwatched and over prepped and made so many plans. I'm gonna do this and that and fucking did this and eat this and go there, and then you land and everything changes. You just kind of go for the whim. You end up meeting people or like changing your mind, or you meet people and they're like, oh, that place actually sucks that you looked up and this place is better. Or, like check this out, or like you end up just kind of like changing everything. So the first time I went to Thailand, I went just all over exploring. I was very sick and met cool people and fucking saw crazy shit, ate crazy shit. And then the next time I went back, I just settled because I'd kind of like seen a handful of places, and I was just like, you know what, I know exactly where I'm gonna go, and I just went there and like rented an apartment and just chilled for 2 months and just fucking had like kind of a bit of like a home and like a cushion of like a comfort of like a home base or something and shit. Like
Well, yeah, that's dope.
It was awesome. Trying to think of like a crazy story. I mean, there was one where there was one crazy night. I don't know if I could say it's episode 69. Maybe I should.
Yeah, go for it. Let's now. I gotta hear. The nerds need to know now. I can hear everyone scooch forward to the edge of their seat. Just
like, all right, turn up the volume a little bit.
I won't tell all the details of this one, but there's this one night where we had to like kind of run from the Thai Thai gang, like a literal like mafia Thai mafia. We had to run from the Thai mafia. I was
Oh
with these
shit.
British dudes that I met. They were younger and they were sick. They were like I don't know, 5 or 6 years younger than me. And I met them on just one of the buses going to one of the towns. And they were hella funny. We ended up hanging out. We ended up hanging out for like a week or two in this one town and ended up meeting a few weeks later and hung out longer. And then they came and visited me in Portland. And when they came, they fucking married each other in Vegas just for like, they're like, what, we can marry each other here? Let's do it. They're fucking, they came to Portland. They're like, it's my husband. This is my husband, mate. And like, they're hella funny.
What the?
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Yeah. But we were in Chiang Mai, this town that I later went back to for 2 months. But this is the first time when I was just chilling. And yeah, we were hanging out. We ended up like meeting these girls, and we were like kind of hanging out with these girls and they were with this Australian dude, and we were hanging out with him. And there's kind of a group of us. We actually have this hella funny picture where it's like a group picture. Like it's me, the 2 British dudes, the Australian dude, like all these girls with like, that sounds rude, but like we had our hands were like arms around these ladies, and then me and the British dude are just kissing each other on the lips. It's so funny. Like right as took the picture, we just turn and kiss each other. And it's like we each have our arm on a lady and then are kissing each other on the lips. Not that like that
sounds
creepy.
hilarious.
That has nothing to do with Thailand and people that go to Thailand to put their arms around ladies. This was just a thing for a picture. But
moment. Yeah.
But that night we were super bullshitting with this Australian dude. He was funny. We were just like talking to him and shit. And as we were talking to him more and more, we were realizing we're like, dude, this guy's kind of crazy. Like,
I've been there before.
He was with this Thai girl, but we ended up, the more he's talking, we're like, oh, he's with this Thai girl, but she's like dating a guy in a gang. We're finding out, like slowly as the night goes on, we're like, oh, this guy's kind of sketchy. We're like, when we're talking, we're like kind of affiliated with them now, you know, like we're at a bar talking to him. If someone came and was like, hey, fuck that guy, those people talking to him, those guys are his friends, fuck all of them too. But that happened. Yeah. So, but it was like I forget the name of the place, but it was like a big corner where it's like all these people are just partying and shit. And yeah, some fuzzy details, blah, blah, blah. Something happened. But anyways, the Australian dude just like turns to us, just like, mate, they're here. We got to go, something. And then we look and we see like crazy looking, sketchy, like Thai dudes like going through the crowd, like looking like very dangerously. I don't know. It's not a word.
Like searching.
Yeah, like,
yeah,
for like him and anyone like fucking with him and shit. And then we saw that, and we just, not that eventful, we just sprinted right the fuck back to the hostel. We're like, let's go. And we just like ran back. But
that's fucking sketchy though.
Yeah. Kind of on paper, we got chased away by a Thai gang.
I mean,
kind of crazy.
Sounds to me like you did. I'd be fucking running if that happened to me. But
yeah. Another crazy story. I ate an egg that was buried in ash for 3 months, and it was disgusting.
Nice. I would imagine it would be.
Well, yeah, exactly. Doesn't sound too crazy.
Dude, that sounds
about right. Sounds about right.
A lot of the Southeast Asia spots, they do some weird shit with eggs, man. Like that kind of shit. Like, have you ever had balut?
Balut had it.
In Vietnam, I was fucking at this place. It's kind of like a hot pot place. I'll never fucking forget this. And, you crack the egg into the hot pot or whatever. And you're putting shit, whatever. I fucking cracked this egg and fucking blood came out. I was like, first I'm like, am I fucking hallucinating? Like, what the actual fuck? It turns out you open the egg and there's part of the dish? There's a baby duck inside there, chicken or whatever. Like it's like it's fertilized and semi-grown and shit.
Yeah.
And this is a thing that they do.
They're pretty good. Like there's feathers.
You crunch it. Yeah. And you just fucking slurp that shit back and crunch it. No, good? I didn't eat it. I couldn't do it.
Oh, shit.
Could not do it, dude. I was like, oh, what the fuck? Like, I've eaten a lot of shit. That's one thing I have not actually.
That's gnarly. Yeah.
Man, that was so Anyway, I feel you on the egg thing.
Dude,
so watch out for eggs.
It was a couple years ago. I was cooking a lot of eggs, and I was like trying to buy local farm eggs off people, and I was in Michigan, and I went to like a local farm, and I bought eggs, and she's like, all I have are unwashed eggs. And they came and they had like blood and feathers all over it. And I was oh, this is cool, dude. Fucking hell yeah. And I was cracking one, and I turned and I fucking looked, and there was a pink like embryo in it. And
oh shit. So one was fertilized.
It was getting there, yeah.
And it was wild. And it like threw me off. I didn't eat eggs for like months. Unrelated, one time I was taking a shit and it smelled so eggy that it made me hungry for eggs. And then I went and
What?
yeah,
No,
yeah,
dude.
like it literally
Reverse
smelled like
effect.
good eggs. Yeah,
It's like,
Oh,
someone
that's
next door is
fucked up.
cooking.
yeah. I
Holy
took a shit and it
shit.
smelled like just great eggs.
The visual in my head, man. I wish I was better at drawing. That would make such a good comic. Holy shit. It's beautiful. Just you sitting there dropping a
shit.
deuce with like the thought bubble of like
Mm.
eggs. That's good,
Recycle.
actually.
Recycle
That's
the smell.
fucking hilarious.
Reuse it.
It'd be
Man.
cool if like it would happen every time. Just shits and farts smelled like good food.
But
Nice.
like it's a different one whatever time. Would it pertain to what you ate? So like if you ate pizza, you like take a shit and it smells like pizza.
Huh. Or maybe it would be like kind of what happened to me.
Ish.
You take a shit and it would like it like influence your
I see.
Like,
It's like
oh,
that's how
actually,
your
yeah.
body tells you what it wants.
like
It's
you'd
like,
fart
yo,
the menu.
You
Like,
need protein, fool.
Yeah.
Your shit now smells like fucking protein. Right?
yeah, it's like listen to your body. Like,
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, and a few another, 50 years.
A couple generations.
Mess up with the DNA.
Maybe we'll
yeah,
get
yeah.
there. Maybe we'll get
Uh-huh.
there.
Dude,
All right,
speaking
all
of
right.
eggs, wait, I have one more egg story. Nah, maybe I won't do it.
No, let's go. You can't just say that. I'm not fucking.
Well,
follow
it's an
through.
egg
Let's hear it.
Thailand story too.
Yeah, bring
There's
it
a-
on.
Dude, it was honestly kind of crazy. I'll try to shorten it because it's a lot that happened. I'll just get to the egg part. But it was right when it was right when I first landed in Thailand, and when I was in that town, Chiang Mai, everything happens in that town. It's sick town. But I went on a scooter with this girl I met, and we were going to this hot springs, but it's like a natural hot springs, and they like have what is it? It's like hard to explain. It's like a hot spring that's natural, sulfuric. It's a sulfuric hot spring that's really hot, and as
Smells
it
like
trickles
farts,
down, it gets like it smells like farts and eggs, and it's fire. And then as it trickles down, it gets like cooler. But people are like putting their feet in it though. It's like you hang out in it. It's like a hot spring to hang out in.
Yeah.
But also they were selling these eggs with soy sauce. These like packets of eggs,
Okay.
like a
That they
6-pack of
boil.
eggs
In the sulfur water.
that I thought they boil in the sulfur water. So I bought the eggs. I was like, oh, fuck yeah, dude, I'll buy these eggs. I'm hungry. I love eggs. Dude, sometimes I'll take a shit and it'll smell like eggs and I'll go get eggs. So I got these eggs and I went to the thing. I was like, I'm going to go to the hottest part and like boil these eggs. All these other people were boiling the eggs. So I was like, hell yeah. And I'm boiling the eggs. But then I'm also like eating the eggs. I'm opening the eggs. I'm putting the soy sauce that came with them on the eggs. I'm eating a fucking shitload of these eggs, like 6 eggs, dude. Like a bunch of eggs. And like, but then I look around and I notice no one else is eating the eggs. I'm the only person eating the eggs. People are boiling the eggs, but then I don't know what they're doing with them. And I don't know why they came with soy sauce, but I noticed no one's eating the eggs.
What the fuck?
And I ate a lot of the eggs. So we get on the scooter, and on the way back, she's like, oh, I've never driven a scooter. She's like, can I drive? And I'm like, sure, I just ate a bunch of eggs. You can drive. And then she starts driving, and then we crash. We get in like a motorcycle accident.
Oh.
So I'm like, I'll drive. I'm like, I just ate a bunch of eggs. I'll drive. And then so I start driving.
Wait, how bad was that accident? Like, you crashed
wasn't-
into something, you just fell down?
It was
Road rash?
There was like a car was coming, and I kind of blew it off 9 to the line. It wasn't bad. A car was coming, and she hit the brakes, and we slid on some sand, and we just fell. Like,
Yeah.
but she scraped her elbow pretty bad, I remember, and like her knee or shoulder or something. Like we scraped up a little bit, but it wasn't like some of the Thailand scooter accidents you see. And
dude, yeah,
it was bad. But then I was like, cool, I'll drive. So then I was driving, and it was getting dark. I'd taken off my sunglasses, and a mosquito went into my like eye.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
The fuck?
Or whatever, yeah. And then so we go back to the hostel. The next like 2 days, we both have crazy food poisoning from the eggs. She was eating the eggs too.
Oh, no.
And we're literally just like switching off shitting liquid and
gross.
just
Did it
in
smell
this
like
hostel. Yeah, and it's it, dude. And then we just go get eggs and like it was just full circle. And to be fair, those eggs were delicious. The ones I bought.
Damn.
But so we were just switching off shitting. But the mosquito that went into my eye, I've never had this happen. I got like a red line over the next 3 or 4 days. I got a red line, like a 3 or 4 inch line down my face that like turned into a scab backwards from the inside out. Like it started as a scar, then turned into like kind of a red line, then like scabbed inside out. And I was like, I'm gonna lose my fucking eyeballs. Like there's some weird like Southeast Asian fucking bug in my eye.
Yeah, was
was
it
like-
just like sitting in there, just feasting on your blood, like it's a pile of eggs in a fucking hot spring, or what?
I had no idea, but it was so all this had happened. I flew into Thailand. It was my first time ever leaving the country like that. I flew into Thailand, and then immediately went to Bangkok. I went to like a hostel, ended up meeting a bunch of people. That's why I met her, and we went to Chiang Mai. And then, so it was like the second or third day I was in Thailand, ever leaving the country on my own when the mosquito happened. And then I started getting, and the food poisoning. So I was like, it's literally just being like my first time ever, I don't know, being that far. And then all this shit happened. I literally was like, dude, I'm gonna lose my fucking eyeball. Like, I think I literally have to go back. I was like looking up tickets and shit. Like,
oh shit.
Because I bought tickets 4 months in advance, I had like travel insurance and everything. Like, it's my only time ever buying travel insurance, like all this crazy shit. So I was like ready to go, but like it was wild. This is a crazy thing. It ended up just going away.
Sick.
Whoa.
Everything was fine.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was a crazy trip and crazy intro, I guess.
That's dope. I love it.
The egg thing. Yeah, my dad just kind of ranted about it.
That's the kind of shit that happens when you travel sometimes. You know, sometimes you have like all the magical, wondrous, like floating around, like, oh, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then every once in a while you get in a motorcycle accident and get a mosquito in your eye that fucking stays there for a
Yeah,
you
these
know?
some weird fucking sulfuric eggs.
Yeah.
I don't know
there
what
you
other
go.
people are doing with the eggs, dude, because everyone was cooking them. No one was eating them.
I was
But
gonna
they came
ask.
with
I
soy
was,
sauce.
I'm so curious now. Was it actually soy sauce? Was it like
It was soy sauce, dude. I was eating the fuck out of it. It was
that's
fire.
crazy?
There
I
might have
have
been
so many questions.
there might have been some sort of like a time. What is it, like a wait time? Possibly, I have no idea, but I'm just pulling it out of my ass. Like, or like after you cook them, like you have to put them down. You know, it's like.
But like, if these people are bringing the eggs with them and cooking them, and you didn't see them eating them, what the fuck are they doing with them?
That's what I'm saying. Like, then you take them out. It's like you're supposed to. Oh,
It's
actually,
like
then you go back home. You wash them in cold water, and then blah blah blah.
or something.
I
I see.
You know? Yeah.
I don't know. No, but yeah, it was
Well, if
like I bought
anybody
it from a
knows, let us
kiosk,
know.
like selling
Well,
eggs.
no, I mean
Yeah.
definitely, it's just the sulfur. That shit is not going to be good in your body. So I'm gonna go with that, Alec.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Damn. That's that. Well, I asked for a Thailand story. I love it.
You got
Fuck
a
yeah.
bunch. Oh my god, we got.
Yeah.
You go. So
Moving
you go to
along.
Florida. So you go to Florida.
Yeah,
You know,
after the whole Thailand.
next safest place to go. So let's go to
Yeah.
Florida. You know.
Yeah, which is crazier, Florida or Thailand?
Egg capital of the world, Florida. Florida's sick. I fuck with it. I've been interesting. I'm not like when I go to Florida, I like sit at my mom's house. I'm like inside a house of my mom's for a lot of it. We'll like go fucking kayaking or play tennis or something.
Nice.
But I'm not like running around. I don't know, dirt biking, shit face in the middle of nowhere or something.
You're not
Right
you're not
now,
the Florida man.
No, I've been fucking out that type of shit. I am going to Swamp Fest though. I don't know if you guys know what Swamp Fest is.
I've heard of.
Oh
it.
yes.
It's a very Florida man thing. It's kind of like a BMX meets Burning Man minus hippie stuff. It's just like they make a bunch of BMX ramps, people BMX on them, and they do all these like OI competitions for like 2 or 3 days, and then they just burn them all. And every night they like shoot fireworks at each other, and it's like a
It looks gnarly.
Yeah,
I've seen Reed
Florida
posting
man.
shit being there, and it looks fucking
Reed goes.
crazy. I would love to go, man. It sounds like a fucking blast.
That's where I met him. First time I ever met that he was at.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So,
Hell yeah.
I forget what year. Probably 2018, actually. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Very, I guess, off the chain kind of, very Florida, I would think.
So-
you know, just like no fucks given, no
Oh,
security,
100%.
no safety net.
Yeah, they have like a little more like leniency for
Yeah,
The madness.
shit
the
like that.
madness,
Something.
dude. Seriously.
So was that Reed that got you into Kendama then? Was that when you first saw Kendama or?
No, but when I went to that first Swamp Fest and met him was shortly after I'd gotten into Kendama. But no, it was this kid Zach, Kendama Odyssey.
Oh
I don't know
yeah.
if y'all know him from the
Odyssey,
internet.
dude.
Yeah,
I-
he's been
I-
kind of
yeah.
out of the scene for a while or out of the internet. I think he's in
Yeah,
Vegas,
yeah.
has like a kid. Like doing
Oh
All right.
shit.
Yeah,
All right. I was about to say, I remember
doing his
you
life
know,
thing.
watching his live streams every once in a while, like fucking playing Kendama, cooking some eggs in the morning. And,
Let's go.
yeah.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
Yeah.
I haven't
Yeah.
talked to that dude in a while, but yeah, he's the one that initially got me into Kendama.
Oh, sick.
The Odyssey. Okay. Nice. And
Is that a fun story, or is it just kind of like, yo, this is a Kendama, and you're like, oh, sick, and just play it?
Kind of. It's funner than that. than that. I'm just kidding.
It can only be, right?
Yeah. Yeah. No, you like I saw it on Instagram. We were Instagram friends because we knew each other from I was in this other band that played with this band Alaska that he was like on tour with from Vegas, and I don't know. They played our basement. We met in Portland, so we met like outside of Kendama on like a
Cool
through music scene.
All right,
yeah. So we were Instagram friends through that, and then I saw on his story he was playing with it, and it looked fucking crazy to me. It looked insane. It looked so weird. I literally was like, "What is that?" Like, I think I was roasting him. I was like, "That's whack. Like, you're weird or something." And but I was also intrigued. I was like, "What is that? Looks whack." And then he immediately sent me one, but well, he told me what it was. He was like, "It's Kendama," and I was like, "Fuck!" I immediately was looking it up, and he sent me one. He sent me. It was a custom, like one of one. It was a sweets that it was all white and just had brown right at the hole, and then and then
just like you and that chick in Thailand.
Yeah.
It was so butthole and it was sick. And well, he sent me that, but I got too anxious. I got too excited, so I Amazon Primed a fucking shitty because no one knows what's going on. Like we've all probably done. Then Amazon Primed a bamboo. Yeah, shitty.
Just, like no brand. Yeah, you just looked up the word Kendama and you find one. Like okay,
cheapest. It's like sort filter cheapest shipping. Yeah.
Okay.
Kendama ball cup skill toy wood.
Yeah. And then what?
I got it, and it sucked.
Yeah.
And I was about to say, at that time, did you have other people that were around you to like show you like the basics or anything, or?
No, honestly, it was kind of perfect. So a lot happened. Another story I'll try to shorten. That's like probably long, but like, so my mom got married. Oh, it sounds like it's gonna be so long. Yes. You asked me that. I'm like, so my mom got married, and but yeah, she got married and moved to Florida, and she didn't really know anyone. So I moved to Florida to kind of like be with her and like be closer to her, and like I didn't know what I was doing, kind of like starting. I don't know. I was gonna start something, whatever. But it was actually mad depressing. And then also during that, my best friend growing up killed himself, and that was even like,
oh fuck,
a huge. I don't know. My phone might be dying. A huge additional wave of like more sad, depressing, weighing things. So I found, and at the same time, it was a trifecta. And at the same time, I was super into flat Earth, and then so it was like all these things made it like really hard for me to like meet friends or have a good time. I don't know. Florida's like a rough time for me. And I was having kind of a medical thing that was making me sober at the time. So it was hard to like go out to have a beer to like meet someone. And like all these things was kind of happening. So I found Kendama kind of at the perfect time. It was like it's opening a huge doorway to like a room full of people that like fucked with you. And like, it was just like so sick. And it was like happened at like one of the darkest parts of my life. And yeah, it was awesome. It was fucking sick. And then I just like loved it, and it like, yeah, I don't know, like it like shocked me that it existed. It was like an underground thing. It felt cool. It felt like a club, like a secret. I was like, holy shit, this is happening. Just in the background, always people are meeting every year and like fucking around with this. And I don't know, it was cool. It felt really cool. And
so, how long from that time that you got your Kendama to when you met Thick Dama? Nick.
So I actually
Kimoto.
Yeah.
Kimoto,
Nick, dude, Big Dama. I met him. That's the homie. I met him. Technically, I met him a long ass time ago. The band played in Florida, and we ended up meeting in St. Pete, I believe. He was Tampa. I think he was St. Pete. We played St. Pete, and he came to the show. We ended up like hanging out, and so we kind of met. And then we were like friends through various internets, MySpace, shit like that.
All right.
And then Friendster. I don't remember, but so then after I moved to St. Pete was like a cooler town outside my mom's. And then I was like, oh, also like this dude, Nick, I kind of know is there. So we ended up hanging out, and yeah, it was actually cool. Like I actually found Kendama at first, and then he kind of like roasted it for a bit, and I was like trying to get into it and shit. And then it like took a minute to catch on. And then, yeah. And then he got into it and then caught the bug and fucking loves our shit. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Love that too. He just moved to like North Dakota.
Oh, did he? Crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
The opposite of Florida.
There's a big, quite a lot of things that happened in the Kendama scene in Florida, you know? I've from what I've seen across the pond, the big lake. And you know, of course, Thick was doing a lot of stuff like, you know, showing people Kendama, like getting people on it, just like, you know, you were as like just spreading it. And there was also a few other groups that came about. Of course, there was the FUCK.
Florida
What was it again?
United,
United Continental
Central Kendama,
Central.
right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, that sounds right. Florida United Central Kendama.
There was also Skilderness turned into
Skilderness,
Honed,
Marley, Ryan.
known for the what was it, the Dama to the Death? Dama to the
Summer of the
Death?
Death, yeah.
Yeah.
That was the
yeah.
first event I ever went to. I just started. I played for like a month, and then Zach actually flew out and visited me, and we went to Dama to the Death. It was sick.
Hell yeah! Did you have to burn your kendama?
I don't even know. I don't think I competed. I was like super noob. I was like, I don't. It was like a world I was just like watching. I think I don't know if I. I don't know if I did anything, but it was sick. Yeah, they burned that kendama. Yeah.
Yeah.
People who are listening who don't know, Dama in the Death was a competition where if you lost, you had to throw you had to burn your kendama in effigy. Just you're it. That's it. This thing is done. It's gone.
Yep.
Which is a crazy concept, you know, especially considering like some people are so specific about their kendama setups and like, you know, for a guy who makes his own kendamas, like, you know, like I know what goes into that. I would be fucking pissed if I had to burn my kendama.
Right.
it
brings up that cool question of, it's like, well, are you going to get something that's honed that was, you know, is dear to you, or be on the kind of safe side and grab something that is older or more, you know, just well played that you would
take
so
the
sad.
most beat up Tama and the most beat up Ken and tie them together and fucking use that shit.
Yeah.
It was usually like a shitload of like hand turned terras and stuff like that, and just that was just gonna
perfect.
It's like some crazy ones got thrown in there. It was a cool concept. They got like some backlash from the community, but people like to backlash everything.
I can understand why people wouldn't like it, but it's also like, you know, it's like it's a fun little idea of something. If you don't like burning your kendama, then don't lose, I guess, or don't compete.
Yeah, be better. No, I think it's cool. Yeah, we need more like alternative. We need more like cool, I don't know, weird different nooks. But some people that were mad are like, you could give those away, or
that's I knew exactly what that was. Yeah, because it's like, yeah, you want to give them away. People could use them and shit, but like,
it's not an endangered thing.
Right. Yeah.
Also true.
Yeah. I mean, isn't it the same as like having a fucking collection that are just collecting dust in your room or in boxes?
In a way, yeah.
You know,
I mean, I can't say shit. I have about 400 kendamas behind that wall.
Exactly. You know, like me too. But it's an interesting, like, kind of puts you in more of like a survival mode kind of different experience of what a kendama competition could be. You know, it's more like cutthroat.
I think it's a fun idea personally. Like I said, I wouldn't be like bringing my like favorite kendama to compete with or anything, but you know, like I'd be down.
Yeah, they were sick.
So that was your first event. Was there anyone like that you met there that was like a big surprise or someone that like kind of helped you go into the kendama world more? Because, dude, I like from my perspective, Kendama Goat, the goat of kendama online. Everyone's following him. All the pros were following this kendama goat, this rare like entity that's like all over the country. Like, you don't know where he's gonna pop up next, it seemed like. But he wasn't like sponsored player. Like, there's so much interest, so many questions, I think, around
I think I was just like a certain amount of annoying on the internet that like teetered into being like intriguing or something at a time. I don't know.
Yeah.
But,
and so was there anyone there that like kind of like that you gravitated towards at that event?
I mean, at that event, there wasn't any like big kendama pros or any like well-known things of that nature or whatever, but like all the local people I met and that seemed really cool. Marley was like, that dude's awesome. He's so fucking nice and like does so much for the community. And like what was sick is after that, so there's the Kendama event, and it was cool. It's like at a park, at a rented like kind of cool like outdoor thing. I'm trying to think how many people were there. 15, maybe 20.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
But we ended up sharing an Airbnb. Me and Zach went up and got one with Troy and this other fool from Miami, and that was cool. Meeting those dudes and hanging out. I don't know. Everyone was cool. Oh, this is what I was gonna say. After the event, there was like a party, Kendama party, where everyone just plays Kendama in the kitchen. You know, like every party
Glad
that's ever
yeah.
happened. Yeah, a Kendama rager standing in a kitchen playing Kendama. But I don't know. It was cool. It was just cool to meet everyone at that. And like, dude, that night I saw, and I'll think about it all the time. It's one of my favorite tricks. I saw this fool Annie do a ghost lighthouse, and it like boggled me. Like that trick was like, whoa, like made no sense. Ghost lighthouse is so sick. Forever.
Hell yeah. It's a good trick.
Yeah. All right. So then did you get like that bug to then go more into Kendama, go to different events?
Yeah, right after that, pretty much right after that, I think like a month or less than a month or some shit was maybe 3 months. I don't know. I'm bad at this, but was MKO, which I say is my first event, but technically that Skilderness one was the first event. Actually, dude, that wasn't even Dama to the Death. I think it was Skilderness, or maybe it was Dama. No, it had to be Dama to the Death. Yeah, it was Dama to the Death.
So.
Yeah, I think that's all they were doing.
You burn them all like just on an open like barbecue, like a grill that's like out on like a public park.
Yeah, like
I believe I remember those pictures. Yeah,
let's burn this shit all punk, and then you get like lighter fluid and squirt it on it. Like punk just dies down a little bit, but then it turns back up.
All the fucking chemicals from like the paint is like going into everyone's face.
Yeah,
all the fumes and
no OGOZORs.
Yeah,
no OGOZORs.
No lead paint.
No kush clear.
Yeah, not because you can't.
That was another thing. Yeah, people were like, "Don't breathe the paint." I don't know. It's funny. I mean, I guess there is paint, but like, not enough to complain about.
So then you went to
MKO.
MKO.
Yeah, 2018. That was my first like crazy big event. That was like fucking surprisingly huge. It was so crazy big. And
Mall
then
America, right?
Mall of America, yeah.
Is that yeah.
Mall of America
They did a
for
few.
one day, yeah. But it's like mainly at the hotel and then Mall of America for one day. And then but yeah, that was fucking crazy. And that's when I realized, I mean, even at the first event actually was like everybody was like 20s, 30s, basically. But even going to that, I just realized how many people were like, yeah. I was like, oh, this is all over the place. Yeah, people are.
That was one of the only MKOs I've missed because that was the year I was living in Japan. I think.
Very true. Very true. Okay.
You missed my beginner speed ladder, dude. Fuck.
I did. I probably saw it on the live stream. I remember watching it.
I was dumb, dude. I went to the mall. I thought I was like, because I had just gotten a Kendama. I had made a Kendama handle that was catchy. And I went to the mall. I had a shirt that said Kendama at Kendama Goat on it. Pretty cheesy.
Did you really?
Wouldn't do that today. Regret saying that.
Do you still have that
on
shirt?
this.
You still got that shirt? You still got that shirt?
I do. It sucks. Should I bring it?
Yeah,
I have that shirt. It's at my mom's.
Dude, bring it to battle,
man.
dude. Fucking rep that
it's
shit.
at my mom's house. I don't like that I have that shirt. It's like a reminder of how cringe I am. I was like, I paid fucking $20 at the mall like the day before for that. To wear that to be like, add me on Instagram.
That's pretty epic, actually. I kind of love that.
Yeah, no, that's cool. It's a Hanes medium if you're interested.
Yeah, we should like mass produce those. Let's make some at Kendama Goat shirts. Like, did it say like add me at Kendama Goat or?
No, yeah, it was like at. It was so I got it at the mall, made it like a make a t-shirt right now place, you know. Yeah. So it like wasn't cool looking. It was like Times New Roman looking. It was like
fuck yes.
Just that. It was just like word looking. Yeah.
I love it.
I could take up a pic. But
that's amazing. I love that you made that shirt.
I hate that I
MKO and
did
just
that
walked
and
it.
said that.
That's great. No, that's perfect, man.
I was like, I'm an influencer.
and thus the Kendama Goat was born. So how long after that was it that you recorded the hit single "Walk into the Club" and "Do a Whirlwind."
Oh, well, wait. But before that, because there was a few other appearances with
Some other
and
bangers in there.
collaborations with
Oh, definitely.
with Bjorn Chado. There was Lace It, Chase It,
Yeah.
Right. Lace and Chase. I forgot about that.
and then there was
Nice.
just Lace In,
There's Layson.
Sans, Chad. Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude.
just Bjorn and I.
At that time, were you already Little Shrint and creating your own songs, putting them online?
I've been rapping my whole life. No, but for real, I've been like, I've been doing dumb, stupid rap since I was like 15, 16. Not like for anything, but just to like be stupid.
Just for fun. Yeah.
Just for fun and shit. And I've like gone through all these periods of just like being the most cringe rapper you've ever seen. And at one point I had a shitload of rap songs online. I probably had like 30 rap songs online, like videos and everything. Yeah. But then I was dating this chick, and then her dad found them, and then he did not like them. He was not a fan. And
I can imagine where that is going.
Yeah. Because some of the concepts, some of the titles were a little like risque, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
And,
yeah.
He just didn't get it. But
I think he did get it. Is the problem?
yeah. He caught it so literally. But yeah, he didn't really fuck with it, and I really fucked with that relationship. So I ended up deleting a bunch of them.
Oh shit!
Forever.
Oh,
Yeah,
But what
okay,
sucks
okay.
is like those are gone forever, and we're not dating anymore.
Damn.
man.
Wow, that's
Yeah. I'd be at the top right now, dude. But you
gonna
know,
say,
Had
man.
those.
yeah, kind of a good thing, man. Because now I'm just down here living. But yeah, no, and then so yeah, I've just like always kind of done dumb rap, and yeah, just recently just dropped the Little Shrint is just a newish name from the old one that I just dropped some shit.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad. Go
It's-
check it out. If you're listening, go check it out. It's bad. It's like not good.
It is-
But I made
love
it.
it.
I wrote it, so fuck it. I don't know. It's out there.
And
Well,
he-
see, this is the thing. Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna
Or-
say you put it out a lot. Like you have your Prius Gang like videos on YouTube and stuff, and you're always making your own music. There's been plenty of these like horror stories I've seen on your stories of where like you have all this shit on your iPad, the iPad crashes. It's like you lose stuff here and there.
I was talking about rapping and it overheated.
It was too hot. It was remembering all the fucking the
ones on my raps.
the what are they called? Lines? No. Bars.
bars.
Hey,
What?
Yeah.
What are they called? Lines?
come on, that's how much I'm not into that scene.
Can I
Oh,
sample
any
that
case-
for a rap song?
Dude, yeah, please do. Do it. That's amazing.
All right.
I love that shit though. The goofy rap shit is so fun. I had some friends when I lived in Calgary, they had a thing called Bird Song where they would just make like silly ass
What's it,
rap.
Curtis Fagan, and he's eating
No,
birds?
it wasn't Curtis Fagan. No, it's unrelated actually. Um,
I tell that story like monthly.
I bet.
Anytime I see a pigeon and I'm with someone, I'm like, I know someone that eats that shit.
Yo, you better run, dude.
Yeah.
Fly away.
Oh man.
But no, there was one time where I got on a song with those guys and it was really fun. It was like
Yeah.
featuring Hot Rod. So that was my name.
What?
For it.
Oh,
was
that's
sick.
a good one.
It was sick.
Dude. What do you rap about?
It was some goofy, corny shit about meeting a girl. I forget. The opening line was, "Hey, girl, what you doing over there?"
Dude, those are sick lines. What are they
Fuck,
called? Bars?
no. They're called lines. They're
Lines.
called lines. Yeah.
They're lines.
Fuck, I wonder if I could dig that up. I'll try later.
I was gonna ask. Yeah. So you've been creating rap and stuff. How
Yeah.
did the Lace It, Chase It, and Lacin come about? Because I don't think there has not been outside of what was it called? The
Some Latvians
Hawaiian
did
homies.
a rooftop Kendama rap song that was bad.
Is there someone? Dude, there was the Hawaiian homies who did
Yeah,
Earth
H and
Turn.
L.
H&L.
Oh, dude, they had a whole album, dude.
Yeah, dude, a whole album. Wow.
Yeah, dude.
Oh.
Mugen around
Wow.
my neck. I got my Mugen around my neck.
Damn, that-
They came to KWC the one year and they were dropping lines all over the stage, dude. They played out the Kendama street party and I have a
They
video of
did. Yeah,
everybody
yeah.
on stage and I'm with Iwata-san And he's like, and where everybody's going, look around my neck, I got my movie. And he's just like, yeah, it's the sickest fucking video. Yeah, those guys had a whole album, dude.
They had one. There was some like Latvian, I think, a rapper who did at least like
there's like
one
a
music
rooftop
video.
one. They had like a plane and shit. Yeah,
yeah, that's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But then there's, in the North America, I think you guys are the only
hardest North American Kendama rappers of all North America.
And of course, and then there's the Boogie T one, which each of them, Dan, you play a hand in. So I was gonna ask, are you the mastermind behind this?
Do I write my own bars?
Lines.
No,
lines.
Rhymes.
I literally forgot what we're doing.
Yeah.
Yes, I am. Does that shock you? I'm trying to think how we started doing. I think I was doing dumb. I did the fucking I forget the name of the song. Spike It Like It's Nice or whatever. What's it?
Oh,
I forget the.
It was you, a solo. So yeah, a solo single.
I did a solo single, and then after that, I forget the name of the song. But it was sick. And then
got my tip wet. Yeah, okay.
And yeah, after that, I forget who reached out to who, and then it was just a funny idea, like Chad and Bjorn. I don't remember the origin of it, but
and how quickly
they're hilarious.
How quickly did you
hilarious.
make the song and make the music video?
I want to say very very quickly. I think like it was we were about to all hang out at Tacoma Takeover, which is a very sick event. I don't know if it still happens, but it was
hasn't
fucking
for
awesome.
a little while.
Yeah, it was a really cool one, and
it was a good one.
Yeah, I loved it, and so yeah, I forget if we like wrote it because we were all gonna be at that event, or it just happened to line up. But we're all like, "Oh, dude, we're there. Let's fucking film the shit." And it's sick. It was awesome.
Hell yeah!
So fun.
Was that what projected you to Boogie T?
He just reached out to me and was like, big fan, wanted to reach out. I hope you get this. I'm just kidding. Oh, absolutely not. No, it was during COVID. I don't know how. I think we were just like Instagram friends through Kendama, through Reed, I think a little bit. And then I think maybe it was like more of a mutual connection. And then maybe Reed's like, oh, fuck with him or something. I don't know. But then he was posting a Kendama rap on Instagram, and I just replied, yo, let me get on this, or like something just like fucking around being funny or something.
Yeah.
And then he said yes. I said, yes, please. Just kidding. But he was like, yeah. And then I was like, oh, hell yeah. And then so I actually wrote a whole verse. I forget if I sent it to him or if I just asked him, but I was like, oh shit, I'm like cussing. Is that chill? And he was like, oh, no, it's not. And then I was like, oh shit. So then I had to rewrite the whole thing and make it clean and like rap about Kendama and things that are clean. Yeah, I don't know.
Damn.
My first one was pretty good. It was Kendama related as well, but it was just a little more grime.
I just had a funny thought. There is a Kendama rap song about Kendama World Cup in Japanese. Well, it's not a rap song, but there's a rap part. Do you know what song I'm talking about?
No.
You heard it?
No.
Oh, dude, it's the O Zora Imau.
Oh no, yeah, yes.
Kendama rap lore.
Yeah, there's like it breaks into like a reggaeton kind of beat, like the like that kind of a
all
beat
get together
and he raps
like a Sunday night thing.
I think it's like, isn't he a local kind of
He's from
within
Hatsukaichi,
right? Yeah.
Red Eye is his name. I have a CD of this somewhere. It's funny because so in the song he says
the most random CD.
Takaku or something like that, and I always thought he said Lalau, and so I sang it one time in front of Zawa, like just fucking around, because Zawa would always put it on to fuck with me.
Oh man!
Now that song is just called Lalau. It's a whole fucking thing. It's been going on for years now. It's fucking hilarious. And every KWC, that dude is still there performing that song. It's kind of sick.
Yes.
Well,
what's the latest?
I'll have to send it to you.
What's the latest? What's like the most recent Kendama rap? Or like,
dude, I don't think.
Is it the Whirlwind Check? Have the streets been quiet since the Whirlwind Check? Or?
I mean,
yeah. There's been no challengers,
to my knowledge, that I can think of. Maybe there is some that aren't aren't
Gotta
out
spice it
here as
back
much.
up.
You know, we gotta dig into some SoundCloud shit or something. Maybe there's some like maybe they're mumbling too hard. We can't understand them, but
Yeah,
they're out there.
Little Tama or something.
Lil Tom, Lil Bev, Dry Bev.
there's been songs being created with the kendama, I think.
Oh yeah.
I saw one
had-
recently.
It
Yeah.
was Maurice from for his near new edit comp entry
yep.
last year. He made
Yes.
like a song with Kendama, like clacks
Yep,
and shit like that. That was pretty sick. Like,
Yeah.
like for his edit, that was very dope.
yeah. But
Yo,
a
you
rap
should make a
about
fucking Kendama rap music video for your new edit comp. That would be sick. Just like hold the Kendama and rap into the Kendama the whole time. That'd be sick.
Well, now that that Boogie T song gets a check, so I'm officially paid. I'm a paid rapper. I can't be doing this like pro bono
shit.
bars anymore. You know?
Well, you might get a prize if it's good enough. Yeah.
Oh, dude, somebody talked about you. Brian Scaglines, when he came on the Nerds episode, he mentioned you specifically, Danny. The quote was, "This is the perfect character to be introduced into the scene right now." And I believe, I forgot when that one came. I think it was like, 2000.
That was a while ago.
Yeah, 2019 or something. And it was something where he was like, you brought something so different to the community that we needed. And one, of course, was the raps, just your personal input within Kendama and the influence you had on the people around you. But then not only that, dude, right here,
Let's go.
the Yank Mag
Fuck yeah.
was something that I feel like, if anyone's into underground, again, metal, hardcore, it's like stuff like this. The zine, the fanzine was something that was always there. Someone was always doing it. There's always people in the underground scenes who are like doing so much because they love it so much. And I just wanted to ask, like, dude, where the passion for Kendama has to be like massive for you to be able to put in the effort and all the hard work to make this thing happen.
Fuck totally. Yeah, I hella appreciate that, man. That zine was so sick. It's honestly one of the most like creative things I've done, I guess, like effort wise and like time. I put so much fucking time and effort into those. And it was very sick. But then it was really bummer in the last, because I kept going and the momentum was still there. But then the last one I had literally already on my iPad, and this has happened. I've lost multiple rap fucking albums and dumb weird songs, and I had a whole zine basically edited, basically ready to go. I was waiting on advertisements. I was just waiting on like a couple companies to send me an ad, and then my iPad broke and I lost it all. And I had so much like time invested, and I'm really like dumb at like the cloud and saving shit.
Okay, yeah.
Like that. I'm like,
so you weren't using it, yeah.
Technology like attacks me in ways like that. So I had none of it backed up. So I literally lost it all, and like, I don't know. I was just at a breaking point of like motivation for that shit, and then it just like teetered the wrong way. And
yeah, that's a big hit to take, man. The whole fucking thing. Yeah, that sucks.
What gave you the inspiration to start it though?
Yeah, it sucks that it ended, but it was sick that it started. It just that I felt like it was a missing element in what needed to be in that like scene. To me, Kendama reminds me of skating, BMX, or anything sort of like, alternative sporty or like whatever type of
counterculture,
that type of shit. And like, I feel like it needed something. Everything was just too digital. It was just like, everything was like, Instagram, and be on Instagram, to post on YouTube. But everything was as fuck. And I was like, oh, there's not really a physical like medium of this shit. And whatever physical medium was out, at least that I had known of at the time, was like I didn't like, or like they were almost there, like Dama to the Death. They did a zine. I don't know if they did it before or after. I think before. But I didn't know. I didn't like copy them or anything. Because there was like crossword
handful
puzzles
of them,
and fucking weird shit, and like shit, like mine was just kind of like street and rugged, and even like kind of like had some typos and like some fuck ups, but it wasn't like, I tried to like not be cheesy or gimmicky and could try to stay away from as much as that as I could, and just kind of be like, this is some shit. Like as gimmicky as I got was like, here's some art from people. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I tried to keep it kind of like raw.
No, I think
It's fun.
you rode the
Super
line
fun.
pretty well with that, like where it was like interesting enough and like presented in a way where it was like, I don't want to use the word professional, but it was like well put together, in a way. But it was also like goony enough where it was like grimy and like had that edge to it, which was sick.
Oh yeah, that's what I was
Kind
doing.
of like did you ever see Tip Wet magazine?
I did. I ended up seeing one of those after. Yeah, I didn't know
think
that
there's only
existed
one.
before I started it. Those are
There
great.
was a second. There was a volume 2 on Smith's computer that I don't think exists anymore. It might, but
it was digital.
It was digital.
Physical.
Same kind of thing as from what I remember. It might have been on his laptop that got stolen. There was like a trip. Anyway, a whole bunch of shit got lost. But anyway, I think that was one of the things. He might still have it.
Digital
Me and
volume
Smith
2.
are going to talk about that. If there is a volume 2 that's sitting there almost
Possibly
or
lost.
mostly done, we're going to finish that at battle, I think.
Ooh.
if I can have my way.
But then, yeah, you did Yank, and just going to the vibe of it. Yeah, it is very Dama goat. So you did a really good job. I feel like encapsulating that like in this physical form.
Thank you.
And I was surprised when I got it. That I was like, whoa, like you got companies to like give you like coupon codes and shit. I'm like, that advertising, like that's pretty legit.
That's super legit.
Yeah.
And it was cool. I just charged a Dama, so then I got to like try out a new shape or something.
Oh hell yeah!
And it's like,
that's
out.
smart actually.
Yeah, and it was like cheap for them. Like they didn't give a fuck. I was then like, fucking whatever wholesale that shit is, and then like I get a Dama. Yeah, it was cool. It was really fun. Dude, what sucks is that whole last one was like great. So I started the zine doing interviews where I would just like send questions and then they would send answers. Then I'd send one rebuttal, and then they would, and it didn't really have the interview vibe. This, like more conversational. And then I eventually graduated to like conversational, and that's when I felt it like just felt good. Like, dude, that Curtis Fagan one, dude, is like unreal. Like, dude, that conversation, that was one of the hardest things I've ever actually had to do in my life was cut that interview down to like a chewable, understandable bracket of information, dude. That shit was insane.
Oh man,
that shit was so fun to do. Making that zine, just like I felt like I was like always like I don't know, it was fun. I was always dealing with a bunch of contacts. Everything was how I was waiting for fucking interviews or art and shit. It was cool. It was really fun.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
It sucks that it kind of like dissolved or that I mean, it didn't. I just stopped doing it. I mean, I had the whole thing done and then.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, do you have you see yourself in the future, near or far, maybe pursuing that again, whether it's more short form or like the same format or like anything of that realm?
I would love to. It's weird because my passion for, and this is for everything, it's like, I don't know if it's ADD or what, but it's always switching. Kendama actually to hold my interest for as long as it does is wild. Almost nothing does that. And even now, I've been in the Kendama 5 or 6 years. Now it's like I might even go a few weeks or a month without playing Kendama. Then I'll get super into it again for like a few months. Like I'm going to battle, but like I just went a whole weekend and I didn't even have one on me. I've spaced and didn't even bring one. So like it now in my life, it kind of goes in and out. So I'll just need to time it to when it's like super in my life, matching my motivation for being on my iPad and creating for that to happen again. But I still have the audio version of those interviews. And dude, making that shit was so fun. And it was like rewarding. And like, dude, I don't know. It felt like it needed to be in the scene, something like that. I felt like, and I'm not ragging on other zines that have done it. They're all different. They all have their own vibe. But that one, Yank had a certain feeling that I at least fucked with super hard. I made it. Like, and I felt like it was fitting as fuck. Like I was like, this fits. This is exactly what I want. This is
totally.
Sick. And so I missed that for sure. And then I've seen these other zines and I'm like, oh, those are cool, but like I still miss fucking what I was doing and shit,
No, absolutely. And I thought it was cool that you brought up the point that like everything was digital and you felt like you needed to make something like more physical, right? Which is hilarious because Kendama is such an analog thing. That is like, that's like one of its major selling points is that it's like you don't need fucking batteries. You don't need nothing but the Kendama. And maybe a light if it's dark out, but like,
right.
It's like the zine was like a Kendama version of Instagram.
No, absolutely.
That makes sense in
Yeah.
some fucking weird way.
I mean, 100%. It's a spot for information and like seeing culture about this thing, physical.
And I love that it was strictly not online. Like I didn't even have an Instagram for a while, but then I was like, well, I need people to know this exists.
Yeah.
Spread it. But I was specifically like just paper. Like I have a digital one of each one, but like
right. Yeah, they need to contact you. It's almost like like a tape traders or some shit like back in the day.
Have you come across a bootleg version of Yank Mag? Has anybody just like taken it apart, scanned it, put it back together?
I'd be so fucking. I'd be like insanely surprised and flattered. Like, I'm like, did you? Like, dude, they're only like $10 or something. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, they're all bootleg. Like, my versions are bootleg, too. Like, what the fuck? If I saw a bootleg one, I'd probably just think I made it. I'm like, whatever, dude. Literally the first one I made, it was during COVID, and I was on this poster job I do, where I'm in hotels and I sell posters. So the very first one I made on fucking Canva.com or whatever.
Yeah.
On hotel computers, like in the business lounge area.
Way. Yeah.
Yeah, and was printing them at hotels on hotel paper. The whole first one while I was on posters.
Amazing.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, I like kind of half-assed edit some of it on my iPad, or I don't even think I had an iPad. I got an iPad because, yeah, dude, the zine was doing good, and then I got an iPad after maybe the first or second one because I was like, oh shit, this can like help me with the zine.
Actually do it. Yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't even do it on iPad. I'll do shit on my phone, and then I'll send it to. It was on Canva.com, and then like it was bad, dude. Rudimentary as fuck, dude.
That's sick. I love that.
Got turned out by like the third one and shit. That shit was really fun, man. I'm glad you guys fuck with it. That shit was one of the funner things I've like doped down.
Yeah, no, dude, it stood out. I think for anyone who is nerdy enough about Kendama that they noticed it, and it was a big blip on their radar to be like, what is this? It is something fresh and something that is, especially like, for our generation who grew up, fucking Transworld magazine or some shit, Big Brother or something,
That was the influence, low card type shit. Yeah.
To have it, it's like, okay. And then, have exclusive interviews that you can't get anywhere else. It's like, they're only here. Like, that's such a cool, a little like, just cherry on top of the whole thing.
And paper's rare. People don't read enough. Not that like my shit's good reading or like deep, but but it's like, even if like, you got some kid to sit down for 10 minutes and read something, that's kind of rare.
Dude, get people up and get motivated about like creating more art and stuff, because like you're mentioning, you ask people in the community for Kendama influenced art, and people send stuff in and shit. So that was like another thing. And I mean, come on, Kendama is made out of tree, paper's made out of fucking
full circle.
Exactly.
That's
full
beautiful.
Circle.
Analog life.
That shit was fun. I really loved doing the snippets at the end when I just kind of like rant some fucking I don't know, man. That zine was fun.
Rants and raves. So hopefully,
weird little Easter eggs in there.
Yeah, dude. Hopefully, for anyone who doesn't have a copy, hopefully, this can get some fire in you to search out one, or maybe someone...
Yeah, I was gonna say, maybe you can find one on fucking Craigslist or some shit. Who knows?
Right. Or next time, Danny, you go to your mom's house, maybe you'll find like a few copies.
Yo, I'm gonna start making bootleg copies. Fuck it.
I literally have at my mom's house. I just have a small handful of copies, but man, maybe one day my motivation will turn around and I'll just like pump out that next one, because I have the audio for the interviews. I have like the base of it. I lost all the fucking. I spent like 2 weeks and then it's just gone. I could spend those 2 weeks again, but it's like that'd suck.
Just back that shit up as you work on it, bud.
Completely.
Real, it's
little by little, dude. So again, you make an impact on the Kendama scene, and there's maybe some people who are like, wait, how is this person so relevant, but they're not a sponsored player? Like, what?
Yeah, but they're not. You could say not good. You could say shitty.
Dude,
that's why I put the word "goat" in there. It's like I'm not. It got awkward when I started to get like kind of good, because then it's like, dude, I'm not being cocky. I'm like, it's fucking.
I'm doing it.
Never even close. I
got fish special down. Come on, So
fish special was the trick I've chased more than anything in my life. That was probably the most satisfying like lace of like my whole fucking Kendama life.
Yeah,
was fish special. For some reason, that trick got beautiful to me.
It's a tough one.
You did become a sponsored player.
Sort of, yeah. I would say
Yes. I would say. I thought, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
Were you? Was it non-official? So
I mean, I was super officially, not super officially, but I mean, I was a sponsored player, but I feel like I wasn't sponsored for my skill.
But sponsored by who?
No Jumper.
No Jumper, Kendama.
I was on Maybe Sunday as well.
Oh, totally forgot about that.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about that too.
Maybe Sunday.
They were cool.
And Maybe Sunday was cool. Yeah.
Yeah, they were chill. Yeah, I was sponsored. I felt like my sponsorships were like with an asterisk. You know, it's like because I'm not good. Like any fucker is better. You know, like I'm not good. But my sponsorship was more of like, I don't know. People fucked with like my vibe and or internet presence, however lame that is to say at the time. You know, like
no, it's just you as a person, man. I think we've had this conversation on here many times where it's like, you know, there's a lot of different types of pro players and shit. You know, and like for the most part, like you're gonna be at least like familiar with a kendama enough to be able to have like a repertoire of tricks and whatever. But that doesn't necessarily mean you're going winning comps or like even placing or anything like that. It's about your like influence with when you're holding a kendama or just at an event.
Yeah,
it's about
I can make it look cozy. I can make it look fun.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
I think that's more important. Like make it look fun for make someone want to play it.
Absolutely.
Make it look difficult or something.
I think I've said this 1,000 times too, where it's like a lot of people when they're showing someone kendama, they don't understand that they're like a lot of the like younger shredders are just like, well, yeah, it's a kendama, and like blah, 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 tap, spike, and they spike like 8 tricks in the amount of time they've even told you what a kendama is, and it's like someone who doesn't know that, they're not going to be like, wow, you're so good. They're like, what in the fuck is this person doing?
Right.
I have no idea. Like it's like outside of their realm of comprehension because they've never seen it before. You got to start.
Yep.
You got to show
you
them.
You need someone shitty and comprehensible to rep your brand.
It's not the words I was going to use, but yes.
I do tricks that are within the realm of comprehension.
Cool. Yeah. And I think there's a lot of merit to that personally, honestly. Like,
yeah,
I think it's fucking sick.
Yeah, I think it's sick too. I've fucking loved it.
You don't need to be a podiumed, you know, awarded trophy holding player to be a good kendama player. No. I mean, as long as you are enjoying it, I would say first and foremost.
That's what I was gonna say. It's about your fun level, not your like a cheap level.
Yeah, I was gonna say, however cool that is, like being sponsored for whatever it is that you're sponsored for. I do feel like sometimes at different waves of kendama, there's like a lot of pressure. I don't know, there's a lot of thirst to get sponsored in kendama, and that was fortunate at the time. But I think it's really cool to also not be sponsored. You know,
totally. And it kind of goes both ways, where I think it can be a good motivator, you know, where it's like people see this like, oh, like they have pro models, so they go to events all over the place, they have all this support, yada yada. Like I want to do that, and in order to get that, I'm gonna work really hard at this, and I'm gonna fucking grind and like put in the effort, you know. And so it can be a good motivator, I think, in some ways. But I think it can also go the opposite way, where people get too stuck on that, where it's like, you're motivated, sure, but it's like that's all you want, and it's like you're missing all of the beautiful shit around that. And instead of, you know what I mean?
Focus is off, and then you just get burnt out in different facets of life, and then you're back in the fucking FedEx truck, you know, worried about traffic,
chucking packages at fucking maximum speed.
I'd like to ask, how did those sponsorships come about? People approached you?
I emailed every company I knew and just begged the fuck out of them. No, I'm just kidding. I'm trying to think. The Maybe Sunday one, I don't remember. I think he was just trying to get some more streetish people, some more like, I don't know. That one was, I kind of don't remember how I was invited to that one, but I said, yeah, I guess. And then, no Jumper too. I don't remember either. I should have prepped for this interview. I don't remember how I got invited. Adam22 just begged me. Just kept calling me and shit. And I was like, dude, leave me alone, dude. Adam, shut
Fine,
up.
I'll join your fucking team.
Yeah, fuck, dude. I think it's from Phil. Like I kind of know Phil, and like homies with him through Instagram, and but we kind of know each other. I guess we met and know each other through Instagram, but we also have kind of some ties in like the hardcore California scene and some connections, and like through that. And I think kind of some influence from that, and like he's like, oh, dude, I fuck with this kid, and He could probably
Cool.
help make no jumper kendamas look cool for him.
Okay.
Shit, I don't know. Yeah,
Yep.
it's cool. I kind of fit that brand. It was sick. And honestly, to this day, they're my favorite shape. Like I still.
Oh
put
wow,
it
yeah.
yeah.
The hammer.
Yeah, the only kendama
Yeah.
I have 2 kendamas right now, and they're both the Ezra mod.
Oh hell yeah!
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
The hammer shape is just, I don't know. It's just the best shape I've ever played. Even shapes after that, people are like, oh no, try this one. I don't
Man,
know, just crazy.
Ezra won one of my awards for the New Edit comp last year
Oh,
or
shit.
the year before. I can't remember which, but he specifically asked
Stilt?
me to turn
Yeah.
him because I make a prize for my winners, right? And I made him a hammer shaped hand turn. So I've turned one.
No,
in that
there's
shape.
no way. That's fire.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
it was actually, it turned out really sick. I was really hyped on that. It's always interesting making someone else's shape because I'm like trying to do something very specific. Whereas when it's mine, it's like more like this is my vibe. So it's like it's
Organic.
really easy for me to get into.
Play with
So
it.
like,
Yeah.
you know, like even for like battle, I made a batch of 2 up Kens, and like it's kind of weird. I don't even own a 2 up Ken. I have 1 up Kens, and I just boosted the measurements. So it's kind of weird to like look at it and be like, like I made one of them definitely has small cups for that reason. But anyway, the one I made as it was like really cool, and like I remember this is a fun fact is I definitely do at least a lunar flip on like every Ken I make, and that one I remember doing it
Nice.
and being like, bop, ooh, holy sick.
What? Yeah.
You know,
I was
that
gonna ask you if you played it. It's cozy, dude.
I didn't like
Crazy.
sesh it, but I did a trick on it.
Yeah.
It's your
Mhm.
favorite shape? That's sick.
I didn't say that, but I have one of Wyatt's mod that I fucking kind of stole off of him in a funny way.
The
Since
burrito
I started
one,
it. Yeah, the burrito one. He had like just gotten them for the first time. I think it was the first one he ever had, and he seshed the shit out of it all day. Got it all honed, and we were all drunk in Japan. And he was like, we had some kind of stupid fucking conversation. I don't remember, but I was like, you can't do fucking 10 airplanes in a row. If you can't do 10 airplanes in a row right now, you have to give me your kendama. And he missed like the 3rd one or some shit. So he fucking gave it to me, and he's been so pissed about it ever since. He'll still fucking bring it up, be like, oh yeah, that like really honed kendama that like somebody spent like a lot of effort like just honing that thing in, and it's like super honed, and it just sits on your shelf. That's like really sick.
Oh, you remember that time I did 2 airplanes in a row? That was sick.
Oh, it's great. So now every time we see each other, there's like an airplane off at some point.
Airplane off.
It's great. I love that
That's
shit.
fire. Is he at battle?
Yeah.
Is he gonna be there?
I don't know, actually. I haven't spoken to him. Well, I did speak to him, actually, but not about that. Talked to him recently. His cousin's coming to Japan. But anyway.
Oh, there you go.
He's asking for advice and the name of places and shit like that.
Yeah, you're in Vancouver right now.
I am in Vancouver right now, yeah.
We're gonna be in Nashville soon. I got thermals today because it's gonna be
Yes, sir.
cold. Not for you. It's probably gonna be 1 for you. My bad.
It might be, actually. I was going to bring shorts, my flip-flop sandals, you know.
Flip flops, yeah.
No, so maybe a pair of socks, you know, keep it cool. Yeah, I'll bring a toque. I'll definitely be wearing a toque, but a toque. Yeah, I'm gonna
You
drive
can't
my
make
tuk
fun of
tuk
me
all the
for
way to
saying a
Nashville.
Canadian word that we're making fun of already.
Oh, I never said nothing about. I'm not making fun of you, but I'm just laughing at it. In general, as a concept, it's funny. Fucking toque, eh? You better bring your fucking toque. You're gonna be fucking cold, but
I probably will. I got this jacket, dude. This is sad. I got this jacket today. It looks baller. It's Carhartt, so I guess it almost is, but it's an XL. I was like, why
Blue
does
collar
an XL
baller.
fit like perfect? It's an XL for kids. I'm wearing a straight
shit.
straight boys jacket, dude. I'm a child.
Yeah, that's
It's
that's
really
kind of
nice.
sick.
I was like,
though,
I need
'cause
a fucking jacket. It's gonna be cool.
if you
as
can
fuck.
get into that, you can find all the dope shit. Like kids get all the cool shirts and jackets and shoes, like the light up shoes.
You're just
and
like
shit.
full Oshkosh bagosh drip.
Dude, I put me in, coach. I'm fucking down.
man.
Just fucking give me a pair of those. Like, what were they
Just
called?
dinosaurs. Fucking on.
Dude, yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about, dude. Like, I used to rock these dinosaur T-shirts that were like little kids, like XLs. But I don't think I can wear them anymore. I actually don't know what happened to those shirts. But I was like, as an adult, I was wearing that shit. I love that shit.
Oh my man, that's hilarious.
If you were
Yeah, fuck
tiny
yeah.
enough.
Dude, I'm so small that I fit like either child things or like a lot of like women's stuff. I wear like women's shoes or I have like a women's sleeping bag because it's like smaller and like
Dude,
like,
I'm
fits
all
me
about,
better.
Fits
I'm
better.
all about women's pants. Women have way better pants than men.
oh shit.
They're way more
I was-
comfortable. They're like
I was
stretchy
women's
and shit.
jeans all day in like
I
2000.
don't fuck with jeans though. I'm all about like the stretch, like the comfort factor.
There you go.
Like
The
the
one
tight?
thing, Yes,
Yoga
well, not
pants?
necessarily like basically, but like not like tight ass. Like I'm not trying to show off my fucking package, but like
Because they are. Those are what those pants are for.
yeah, totally. But I'll wear like the triple XL ones or some shit, and those are fucking comfy.
Baggy ass tight.
Yeah, actually though, it's
So they're
fucking
just
sick.
guy pants?
Yeah, basically. I mean,
Full
as far as
circle.
I'm concerned. But the only thing with those is that the pockets are tiny. I don't know why, but it's like women don't put shit in their pockets, I guess.
Yeah.
So there's fucking tiny pockets. It's like they're so. I put them on and I'm like so stoked, and then I like go to put my phone in there and it just immediately falls out. I'm like, fuck.
You should get your pockets hemmed or like de-hemmed or like lengthened. I don't know.
Lengthened.
Yeah. I could maybe. Let's
get some Janko pockets in there.
Get my pockets hemmed.
There we go. Yo, can I get some pockets on these pants?
Like, they're women pants. They don't need them. What are you doing? Okay.
Yo, it's 2025. You can't tell me what pants to wear.
Oh, hooking it back around.
Mm-hmm.
Danny, you were in like a hotbed of a time where Kendama was really popping off in Europe. You made the trip to Latvia.
Hell yeah.
When Kendama was blowing up in Latvia and Romania and stuff, and there was a tour. Sweets Pros were there, I believe. Kusa was there. I'm not sure if they were at the same time, but there's a few times that they sent different pros there.
Chromies as well.
Chromies, of course. You made your way out there. How did that unfold?
Yeah, fuck yeah. I kind of went sort of with the Sweets team, more or less. I mean, I went with them, but not like as
just as a homie,
a part of their team. It's kind of like hard to say, or maybe awkward. Well, I don't know. I think they had interest in like scouting me or some shit back in the day to try to get me to like rep Sweets. Maybe at that time,
yeah,
could have been a thing. But I think I was a little too vulgar on the internet and in person and everything. And I think they were like, they wanted me to fit their vibe, and I'm not sure I fully did. I'm homies with all those dudes as fuck. Like, they're cool.
They heard the full Thailand story, so that changed their opinion.
Too many hot lines, bro.
Yeah. The lines are like, I don't know. I just don't think I fully fitted, but I ended up going on that trip with them, and it was fucking awesome. And that country, I didn't know that country existed till I went there. No offense to that country.
Yeah.
Or I guess it's offensive. I'm just kidding. But it was like, dude, it was bad. And that country's amazing. Dude, Riga's fucking sick. The other time we went to that least I don't know how to pronounce it. It was fucking sick. But dude, that country is amazing. Amazing and sketchy and fucking hella fun. But yeah, it was I think Sweets kind of had some interest, and then I went with those dudes, and then it was cool.
Hell yeah.
What was the Kendama like there? Because I saw that there was like a lot of kids.
So it was like heavy kids, but what's wild is like, dude, it was like I was say Eastern Europe, I guess Northeastern Europe, Eastern Europe. Mm-hmm. It touches Russia and shit. In fact, when we were there, some kids were like, "Hey, you got to watch out for Russian gypsies." I don't know if you could say that anymore, but they're like, "Watch out for Russian gypsies." And I was like, "What the fuck?" And they're like, "Yeah, you'll see them. They're like, they'll rob you." I'm like, "No way. You're like fucking around." And then that's real. You'll see them. You'll see they look like pirates or something, and they're sketchy like Russian gangsters and shit. But it's just a whole different world there. Like everyone grows up probably really fast because the kids were like, there was like shit-faced 12 and 13-year-olds fucking running around, and like I ended up driving a car, which was kind of random. I was driving with these dudes, and we were just driving through the countryside, and they pointed at like a water tower, and they're like, "Oh, that's where the war of blah 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 of like 1990 something," or they said something like recent. And I was like, "What?" Yeah, like my dad and like the local people went to that tower and like held the town down. Like Russia was trying to invade. I forget the like current wars in their like lineage and shit. And then so it's just wild, different world. They deal with a bunch of just little. You got to watch yourself for it. I don't know. It's a little edgier there in certain realms, like war and shit. And then
yeah.
But yeah, but that country is fucking beautiful. It was cool. I guess people like it kind of grew up faster. It was a lot of kids, but it was. So we were mainly there for this event, and it was called. It was like an X game for everything, and it was. But what was super sick is everyone got along. Like they had Kendama, they had BMX, they had skating, they had like breakdancing, they had working out, they had everything. But there wasn't like weird like in the U.S. skaters hate bladers and BMXers hate skaters or like whatever. There's like a
Yeah. There's weird
There's
beef.
but there it was like everyone was super cool. There was none of that. It was weird. Everyone was like, didn't
That's
matter. It's
fucking
like, oh,
sick.
you like anything?
Oh,
That's
okay,
cool.
okay.
I like something. Like
So
everyone was super cool with everything.
it was like a simple sessions or like a FICE kind of.
Yeah, simple sessions. I use that as a European one. I think that
Well,
might
there's-
be heavy BMX. I'm not really sure, but this was like, I
What is it?
could be totally fucking wrong. I have no idea. But this was, man, the name will come to me if I think super hard. But it was cool. Yeah, it was just like a mix of everything. And
Yeah.
so there was a kendama. We did like a kendama like demo, but also like an event. Also like it was just kind of a demo presentation with kind of like late games and a little tournament thing or whatever, like competition.
Hell yeah.
It was cool. It was fun as fuck. And then we hung out in Riga with a couple homies, and then went and did that big event. We were only there like 5 or 10 days. It was a trip, dude. When I landed, I was like signing kids' kendamas that were better at kendama than me. They're like, "Can you sign my dama?" I'm like, "You're better than me." Like, the fuck? It was crazy.
So you have to beat me in a game of Ken first if you want me to sign your Dama.
Yeah, dude, kids would come up there like, "Do you want to play a game of Whirlwind?" I'm like, "What's that?" And like, "We just do Whirlwind." I'm like, "Okay." And we just like do Whirlwind until someone didn't do it. And then that was it. And that was the game they played. It was sick.
Damn. That's
Yeah.
dope,
Man.
actually.
Just
Yeah.
hone in on whirlwinds.
Yeah, it was cool as fuck. Trippy country. Yeah, it was nuts. I feel bad for not really knowing like that part of the world. And I guess I'm still a little uncomfortable or like, not unfamiliar.
Yeah.
But like, I feel bad I didn't like know about the Baltics or like that area and like Latvia,
Mhm.
Estonia, and like they had the surrounding things. And so I went there.
Yeah.
But it was kind of
I mean,
sick. Felt like just
yeah.
that much more like, whoa.
I feel like there's a lot of the world that we don't know a lot about, you know? Every one of us.
Most of
like,
it.
Yeah.
A lot of the
Yep, yep.
cultures and shit, they just like go under the radar because of like where we're at and the other
Yep.
ones that we do explore, you know? And it's
Dude.
kind of like the coolest thing about traveling is like something that opened my eyes with traveling anyways, is that like there is entire things going on that like you would have no fucking idea, no inkling that anything in that realm could ever even close to that exist. And then here you are fucking just deep in it and you're just like, what is happening? Like, where am I? Like, is this some dream, some alternate universe? And it's like, it feels like that, right?
It feels awesome. Yeah, it feels like you're scratching another sense or something, or like
Totally.
does feel like a dream. I almost got like addicted to like I needed to be in some sort of new mysterious something's happening. I don't know what it is, and I'm in like a new location for a
you
while.
want to be
It's fun.
somewhere
I
where
love
you're
tra-
lost and can't speak the language kind of thing.
Yeah,
I know the vibe. I feel that.
that mental
Yeah.
comfort is like, yeah,
I fucking
Yeah,
that's
you're all
like
over the
my
place.
happy
You're
place,
doing
man. That's my happy place, is being lost and unable to speak to people. That's kind of crazy. It's like,
I need to
happy-
talk
happy
to you-
place is maybe a bit strong, but
I just bought a sailboat, and you do sailing. You do a sailing
you
trip.
bought that little guy, right?
Yeah, mine's not like a trippy one. Mine's
no,
like
I saw
in
it.
the bay.
Yeah, but that's sick though. You take that thing out for a rip.
I took it out, and it was like I would say not a rip.
Mm.
I took it out in like really bad conditions. The tide was
Ah.
bad. It was crazy winds.
So
and it
you
was just,
got
like,
ripped instead.
horrific timing, yeah, on my part, and then I just like ripped that idea.
Sailing's a whole world of shit too, in the same way, you know, where I think it's a very steep learning curve, especially with a smaller boat. Like a bigger boat has more weight to it and shit, where it'll kind of push itself through a tide more, or like, you know, this and that, or it'll have a motor to help you along. Like the boat that we were on had a motor, you know, whatever. So like if it was shitty, we just turned the motor on and it
How
sucked.
many feet was it?
It was 36 feet.
I heard people on the
Plus-
podcast like numbers. You guys said that. So.
Yeah. Plus a bowsprit. So I think it was like 42 overall.
Oh, that's sick. I'm doing a
Yeah.
little sailing trip with a buddy on a 20-foot, which seems really small. Not like a trip. It was like 3 days or 4 days or something.
Yeah.
Sounds
Sick.
20, which sounds 36 sounds cozy.
That's
Like-
not bad. I mean, cozy is one word for it. You got 3 guys living on there. It's pretty tight.
There's 3 dudes, yeah.
You know, you're like two weeks out at sea, 100 miles off the coast. There's no escape. You know, it's just, it's this some of the coolest shit I've ever seen out there, though, also.
You guys have Starlink? What'd you do?
We did not have Starlink, no. I actually read hella books on that boat. I hadn't read books in years in that way, like, and reading was something I always loved as a kid. And we just had I brought a few, and then my buddy that I was with had a few books, like classics. Like I read Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, and like Treasure Island, and like shit like that like, you know, stories that I knew from like secondhand, like, you know, like Treasure Planet, like the movie, very similar story as like Treasure Island, but it's like this and that, whatever, like things like that I knew it from, but I never actually read the original books. So it's cool to like go into those and like kind of see what it was, and they're good. They were fucking very good. I enjoyed them a lot. It got me stoked on reading again. Like we're talking about all this analog versus digital shit. I think that's, you know, sometimes you just need something to force you out of your shit. Like make it like, you know, take the fucking Wi-Fi away. Go 100 miles off the coast. Takes you fucking 3 days to get out there. Never mind to get back. You know, and then it's like, well, now what? Now what do you do?
Kendama's like a micro version of that. We just like take ourselves away for like a moment.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm getting at. Yeah.
I
love that.
It's the digital detox for like the 30 minutes or whatever, how long your session.
Totally. I feel bad, dude. I just did the opposite of that. I usually like books. I read. I consider myself a slight reader. I like them. And then I always have one in the middle of one or something. But recently I just got a Steam Deck. I'm also very anti video games, but it gets dark, dude. It gets dark like 4:35, and I'm in a Prius, and like you know, I'll go do certain things that are open, but like I need time to kill in the Prius. So I was like, I'm gonna get a Steam Deck.
I like video games. I'm not gonna say shit.
I always talk shit on video games. My dad was a big gamer, and I always hated it. And like, but dude, I got a Steam Deck, and recently I did something so lame. I went on this trip this weekend just for like 4 or 5 days, or 4 days out in the desert. 3. Like, I literally had my background. I was like, what did I pack, dude? I'm not trying to bring much. I took a book out and put the Steam Deck. You know, I'm so lame.
Shit.
I was
That's so funny.
But I just got the Steam Deck, so I'm hyped on it. So I'm just in this like.
What game you playing on there?
A lot. I got GTA 5 sick. That one's sick. I have Doom. I have
like Doom Eternal, like new Doom or old Doom?
No, I got 1 and 2. I'm about to get Doom Eternal. I have this racing game. I like racing games and first person shooters. I got a racing game. It's called New Star GP. It's really sick.
Oh, you should get Cruising USA.
Oh, dude, I love shit. Dude, this game I got, it's mad arcadey like looking, but it has depth. Like there's like politics, like political depth. Like you have a racing team, and when you win, you have to like pick who you thank and shit. Like there's politics.
Oh shit.
Deb, and you have to do pit stops and shit.
That's pretty cool.
It looks like Mario Kart or something. It's wild. So sick.
Damn.
No, rock and roll racing. Maybe that's.
Oh, dude, my favorite game is Neon White, and I just got the Steam Deck like a week ago. And Neon White, it's gonna be lame. I'm gonna watch this episode later, like when I'm not fucking with video games, and be like, dude, I'm so lame being in that video game stage.
Fucking gamer nerd.
But Neon White, you're like running around in heaven, so you're like. Dude, my Christian background just brings me back, dude. And
I'm like, gonna say, are you like
singing
a hardcore band up there or what?
I was like, I'm familiar with this. I'm here. I'll be here later. But you're running through the fucking heaven, and you're kind of doing parkour, like jumping around while puzzle solving, while first person shooting, while speed running. It's like, dude, it's insane, and it's pretty as fuck.
That sounds
Neon
dope. White what? What's it called?
Neon White.
Neon
so
White.
Weird.
Sick.
I don't know why.
Steam. I got some Steam games. I play on PC. I don't have a Steam Deck, but
do you have a Steam account? Gotta add each other.
I do. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's game.
I just downloaded Counter-Strike right before this podcast. I was downloading Counter-Strike. Yeah, video games. I always hate on them, but
I mean,
they're fun. Honestly, it's like a simple dopamine hit. Like
especially nowadays, like they can get really ridiculous. For me, it's like I was like the story aspects of video games, and then like being able to play the story. One massive one that I still haven't played because I don't have any consoles to play them, but I watched playthroughs was The Last of Us. That game.
That's a cool ass game.
Well, holy fuck. That was a huge change in my whole perspective of how much cinematography and like storytelling can influence like a game, and you being like the gamer in it. Like that, it's the amount it's ridiculous.
You don't have any consoles?
Dude, yeah. Like I think I have like 2 broken Wiis, and then like a PS3 that's on its way out, and that's it. Oh, do I have anything over here? Oh no. I got a Game Boy Advance.
Oh hell yeah,
bro. Yeah.
Yeah, you would like Last of Us, like the horror-y kind of like darkish
dude.
kind of shit. I could see you being into that kind of vibe.
Gosh, like I watched. So there's part one. There's part two. The part two is fucking insane.
You just watch the game through like a movie. That's wild.
And I just watch. Yeah, I just like I find someone
you like
who
play air controller. You're like,
yeah, just like wait,
go left, eating popcorn, dude.
Eating popcorn,
watching the people be like, oh, dude, he shouldn't run that way. Don't run. Yeah.
R1.
Yeah.
Cheering and shit.
And just try to find someone who's not like who I kind of like and can enjoy listening to. And you know, because I'm watching them for like fucking hours on end.
Are you watching this? So you're watching like pre-recorded shit, not like live,
pre-recorded, no,
like streaming kind of shit.
Yeah, because I think the video game came out like a while ago. Like the first one came out years ago.
So if you're watching streams, you could be like, "Yo, go left, dummy! Like, come on, what are you doing?"
Yeah. No, I'd want to be more passive. Yeah, I don't know about the whole live, like following people who are live streaming.
Go wherever you want, homie.
It's a different experience for sure. Yeah,
you got the controller.
Right? But yeah, that was the only one. But then after that, yeah, dude, no, kids. Like I try to figure out, especially like family got kids and stuff now, and it's like I have zero time. The more kids I get, the less time I have, and it's like I really need to like focus on what I want to do within the waking hours that I have.
What, have you thought about slowing down on building your army over there, bud?
That's we're pretty
You're
much
just playing The Sims in real life.
Pretty much good.
Yeah, for real.
The amount of
you are gaming. It's a different kind of game, bro.
Oh, dude, I'm closer to the Matrix than I think.
We get it. You smash, dude. You're just kidding.
No, I didn't like Smash Brothers. No. Yeah, I never got into that. I don't know why people are so all about it. But in any case,
Rod, what do you play on Steam?
Rod.
On Steam?
Yeah.
I have a whole whack of games on there.
Yeah.
I don't have a Steam Deck, but I have it on my PC. On my PC right now, I got The Binding of Isaac. That's one I play pretty decent. That was a fun one. It's fucking
This is
weird.
Airbnb conversation, but I'm interested.
you guys would fuck with this game. You're like this kid named Isaac, and his mom's all Christian and shit, and they get along nice. And then all of a sudden, one day, she hears the voice of God, and God tells her that he needs to do more for her. And so she has to do this. And then he's like, oh, your son is a sinner. You have to lock him in his room, blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, God has one more task. You have to kill your son for me. And then being Isaac, you escape going through a hatch in the floor of your basement. And then you go into your basement.
From your mom?
And then, from your mom. And so you're this kid running. And it's like you run into different rooms and you throw tears. That's your weapon. And then like the final boss is mom. It's crazy.
You have to kill your mom at the end, or what?
Yeah, you have to fight your mom at the end. It's sick.
or reawaken her, kind of to bring her back.
I mean, I'm not going to give you any spoilers, but it's a fun game, and it's like really every time you play it is different. It's like procedurally generated, they call it. So like,
weird.
The rooms always change. Everything's randomized, so there's not like a level to memorize. You just play it, and the items you get this time are the items you get. You know, and like it's weird shit. Like I don't know what they do, but there's like mom's bra. You get mom's bra, and then all of a sudden you like
and
move
you sniff
faster
it
and shit like that. Or then maybe you sniff. I don't know. I don't think Isaac sniffs it, but anyways, that's a fun one. Or like, I don't know. I played a bunch of games on there, like Speedrunners, Sonic Mania.
You ever
played Braid? Braid is a cool fucking game. It's kind of Mario-esque. You're this little redheaded dude in a suit, and you run through levels and whatever. But the trick is in this game is you can control time. There's one button that rewinds time. So every time you like run into a guy or fall off a cliff and die, you just rewind time to where you were. And then at different levels, we'll have different things that fuck with that also. There'll be like one level has like, certain colored things that are shining green or whatever. That doesn't rewind. Those go forward while you rewind. And so like it's puzzly in that way. We have to navigate and time your way through it. It's super fucking fun. Very good game. The dude who made that game has made a few games that are very good. But anyways.
I'm a new gamer. I'm ready. I've been like watching Steam videos and like gaming videos the last couple of days. I'm like,
oh man,
I'm new.
Getting in it.
Getting further and further away from the Kendama with every button push.
Yeah. I'm like, why play Kendama when I can like do anything I want on it?
Sit here. Yeah.
Yo, have you played the Kendama video game?
No. Is it on Steam?
I have one on my phone. I have it on my phone.
There's
the homie in Spain made it.
It's
app, like legit, and you like play a fucking game. Like you play a Kendama, you like go up and like to flip, and then like you have two thumbs. It's really weird. It's not like playing kendama, but it is kendama. It's kind of sick.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It's like in the same world. I love that
realm of it. Yeah,
it's like what you were saying, how like when you felt like Yank was something that was missing from the scene, you know, like he saw a different perspective, whereas like something that's missing is this game, you know. It's like the connection between the game world and like the digital and analog, you know.
He's like, it needs to be more digital.
And then there's like the in between with the Dama, you know, the guitar hero,
dude. Yeah, exactly.
Of the Kendama, where it's you actually have the plastic
plug your Dama
in
in it.
And it
I'm a part of me is kind of sad that they don't make new Damas anymore, because I would love to see like the progression as technology gets better, and the more you work at something like that, you know, like
I'm pissed that the app is completely gone. I guess since they have no server for it, that it's
what app is this?
What? The Dama. Yeah. So it's a plastic kendama that has sensors all throughout it.
No way.
You attach a Bluetooth to this app, and it reads all the motions.
It knows what you're doing. It knows
what you're doing. Yeah. The first generation was really shitty, but they got better and better. And then like right before the pandemic, they released like a new like boosted version, and they did a Kickstarter. It looked like it was going to be super great, and then pandemic hit. And every like whatever, you know, factory that they were using over in China wasn't able to do anything. And then they just like ran out of time, and then
also that bar, I'm sure they ran out of money.
Oh yeah,
they had a Dama and darts bar in Shibuya, Tokyo, like fucking right near the Shibuya crossing. You could see the crossing from the window. Basically, it was sick. They had a competition there, a Dama specific, not Kendama, a Dama. Yeah, that motherfucker. Look at that.
No way.
And that was the highest
that's plastic
prize money I think that ever was. It was like $32,000 or something was prize money.
Yeah. It was
what's the weight on that? Is it like
it
super light? I would picture it being super light. Or is it heavy? Is that
not as bad as you'd think?
Yeah, no, it's
lighter, heavy. Like
it's lighter compared to like
it's light.
Modern.
It's light. The Tama's a little heavy, but yeah, the Ken is super light. Yeah, there's like the little USB plug in, the switch for it, rubberized like paint.
Yeah, and they had games where like there'd be like tricks coming at you, like zombie coming at you in like those first person shooter arcade games.
Yeah,
but instead of like shooting the zombie, there'd be like a thing coming, and you had to hit big cut before it got here.
Or something, and it's like okay, around the world, right? You have to do around the world.
Yeah,
no way.
Yeah,
zombie
that competition.
Was it only kind of beginner? Or would it get like pretty advanced? Would it like would it be fun for you guys to play, or it'd be like
it was hard,
pretty elementary?
It stayed in the pretty like fundamentals, like, you know, a lot of JKA stuff. There was no taps, but still, you know, like lighthouse flips, like lunar flips and stuff.
That's sick to have that tech. You can know if you do bird and all that.
Yeah, bird is fucking possible though.
Yeah, very slippery.
It's all plastic and slippery.
They did upgrade it and shit, and I think with the last one, it was supposed to be like even better. But so like I can't use this. And the cool, like, you could play international. If other people around the world who also had this and had the app, like, then you could like link up, and there was like battles where you can go online and wait for a different player to join to fucking battle. And
let's make a GoFundMe to buy the app off of Dama and just make it free.
When did they come out with that? Why did I not know about that?
When did that come out? That was like a little while ago now. That must have been like 2016 was the first one, I want to say.
Oh shit!
Maybe later.
Dude, that's my guess. Two, and then that was it.
I think it was like 2015, possibly the first versions. Dude,
the newer ones came out when I lived in Japan in 2018. So
yeah, dude.
Those seem like the golden years of Kendama. Or like I got into it in like 2018. I feel like I was right past. I mean, they're all the golden years, but like there was a certain age of Kendama that was like YouTube and before Instagram was the main thing. And that seemed like a nice solid part of Kendama history.
The good old days, man.
At least this one, 2018 for these guys.
2018. Oh, okay.
We can't be that far off for the first one.
That's when I started. I should have started with
that. My gosh, I forgot. Yuka invited me to like this random. She was like, "Hey, come. There's like some Kendama like digital like thing game, and they need like some Kendama player to take pictures or to test it out," and she invited me, and that's when I first learned about the Dama when it was like the huge like brown one with like the big black silver ball. It was even like the demo type where like they covered the Tama with like tin foil because they didn't have like a good like material for it. It was like super just like the one, and it was crazy fucking heavy and like all out of whack with like the balance and shit.
It has like a big extension cord instead of a string just to fucking power.
and like just the grip was massive. Yeah. The grip was it was really ridiculous. But then this happened. So hey, video games.
Wow.
Sometimes they can be cool, I guess. But
that's giving me Matt Sweets vibes with the color tones.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like the fucking the crayon that they did back in the day.
But, interested. I don't know. That's cool.
Dama, the digital and analog coming together as one.
Yeah.
Man, I have a completely out of nowhere question for you, Danny. So those of you who are listening, maybe you guys know that MJ does shotgun interviews. And Danny here was on a shotgun interview.
This is true.
During that interview, MJ totally fucking nardwarred your ass.
He nardwarred the fuck out of me.
He brought up some shit about a fucking chicken.
Yeah.
And I want to know the details. Tell me about this fucking chicken.
I raised chickens during COVID. COVID, I was fucking...
Was this like some Curtis inspiration?
Yeah. It was just like, dude, food source, man. The world's ended. No, I had some buddies. I was in Florida for COVID. My mom's like, COVID's happening. Come out here. She'd moved out there. And then when I was out there, my buddies, it was mad boring. So I was trying not to hang out in Florida that much. But then my buddies in Georgia, they kind of had some land. It was kind of like everything was closed. It was all the COVID shit. It was perfect. They're like, dude, we're just vibing out here. We got a farm type shit. And like, we're just hanging. We have the cabin and all this stuff. So I went out there and was hanging out with them. And then we just kind of bought chickens. We went to the hardware store. We were just super ripped and they had these baby chickens. They were like $5 each. And we ended up buying like 5 of them.
Whoa. Like, that's cheaper than like buying a chicken like in meat form that's already killed and like prepped and shit.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you just gotta wait. And you just gotta wait a while.
You gotta take care of it. Yeah.
I guess you gotta pay to feed them and shit. So at the end it's about even. But yeah, we just like, they were so cute and we're like, dude, let's just get some. We'll figure it out. We ended up buying like 5 or 6 chickens. I think it was 5 chickens. And then we had these chickens that were fucking sick. We raised them. We were kind of like, we didn't have a proper chicken coop. We had like an old one that we kind of used, but they were just out and about. But it was Georgia, so there was like hawks and predators and shit. And we were raising these chickens that were sick. But then one of the nights, one of the chickens they didn't all have names. Only one of them, I think, had a name, Dumplings. And that was like the best one, our favorite one. She was cool, dude. She'd jump right on you, fly on you, and just crawl over you. It was just sweet. Well, she died and was missing. I went out there one day and all the chickens were like acting all weird. But then Dumplings was missing. But they were acting all like something was up, dude.
Like stressed
out.
Yeah.
Chickens act weird. They're not just chickens. You can tell. They got
yeah.
So yeah, I was like, oh, something's up. Dumpling was missing. I was like, oh, fuck. I never found Dumplings. I can only assume she got eaten by a hawk or like a
something
flying predator, some
or
sort
Florida
of
man,
dragon ass something. Yeah. And I'm like, super sad. I actually got so sad. I fucking started eating a bunch of mushrooms. Not a bunch. I started microdosing on mushrooms. And then I was like, fuck it. Because we kept procrastinating on making the chicken coop. And I'm like, that's why the fucking dumplings got eaten. We didn't make this chicken coop. And then so I went to the hardware store and got a bunch of like shit and then made this like weird janky shroom influenced. Like didn't really plan with shrooms. Like you plan a lot, but not that far in the future. So you like hit all these things and you're like, oh shit, now I have to like build this way. Oh, that made this janky cool fucking chicken coop thing. But dumplings was sick. She was the sweetest one. Chickens, yeah, we raised them. Chickens are awesome. Chickens are like so sick. Birds in general are sweet as fuck.
Did they lay eggs?
Yeah, fuck yeah. No, or I said that, but not when I was there because we got them when they were like
chicks.
Chickens,
yeah. I see.
Chickens. And then yeah, I only raised them I was only there for I don't know, a couple months, 2 months really.
I see.
Yeah. So I didn't get to the like mature state, but they're eating the eggs and shit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I think they're down to like 2 now, maybe. You know, things happen.
Yep.
Is it a janky coupe or what?
No.
No, it was probably like better shroom power, dude.
Shroom
No, it was like I was
No
thoroughly
honks getting
impressed
in
with
here.
the coupe I made. Sometimes the psychedelics will like turn your brain the fuck up, dude, and you'll just like no calculus. You know what I mean? And like
Yeah,
just
totally.
get it.
I've been there.
So I was making this coupe, and like
The IQ kicked up.
I'm thoroughly impressed with some of the like doors and the screen like opening windows I made, but then also I'm thoroughly not impressed with some of the things, you know. So one day I'm like, oh, that's sick, but I made it fucking backwards because I'm
Yeah.
And then so the next one I was like, well, now this one's like going out the right way, you know, shit like that.
Dude, going to like just you creating stuff, you are a very hands-on guy. There's so many things that that I've seen you like take apart and refix all by yourself. Like, dude, what is that? You're like the ultimate handyman. Now you're fucking like painting. You're fucking doing art. You're doing fucking magazines. You're fixing up your like grass, carpeted scooter ass shit. You're fucking when you had the van, you were doing so much shit in that van before you got the Prius. You're decked out the Prius, took out the back seats. You're fucking electrocuting yourself, fixing the fucking battery cells. Like,
thank
dude,
you, doggy.
how much? What can this dude not do? He's MacGyver of Kendama.
I'm mad like ADD as fuck, and I also mad DIY. I'm also mad frugal, and then I think a bunch of things that I'm not trying to sound like. Don't want this to sound rude or fucking whatever the word is, with egotist, cocky, whatever. I think a lot of things are way easier than you think they are, or not you, anybody, if you just do them and look into them.
That's true.
I've known nothing. Like a long time ago, I worked on a weed farm. I didn't really know shit, but I had I was the maintenance guy roughly. Someone like ran over the fucking gate and like broke all this shit. I just had to like figure out shit, and that kind of like do like bootleg electronics, and that kind of like opened up my eyes. I'm like, oh, you kind of can wing it, or like poke at it enough and like figure it out. And now with like YouTube and like, I mean, YouTube was out then, but like,
yeah,
if something's broken and you try to fix it, like the worst case, you're just gonna, it's already broken. You're already at the worst case.
Yeah, exactly.
You can only try. And then you can like, just pay, then just fix it if you can't. And then, but luckily, like I got this Prius. I didn't know shit about cars, but then everything started going wrong on it. These are crazy good cars, but I got like a weird one. But I just started trying to fix it, and it was like oddly easy. And I was like, holy shit, like I'm not crazy at that shit, but like you just try it. You're just like, holy shit, I'm a mechanic because I got like a fucking socket hit and like YouTube. It's so fun though. It's so fun. It's one of the most like rewarding things is like not knowing shit, looking it up and fixing it. Oh, yeah, it's like fun.
Yeah, and then, absolutely, man.
That's intense. The most like DIY kind of. I had a friend like when I was in school. I remember he was fucking take everything apart. He was like dismantling everything. But I did that once with a DSLR camera. Like there was something wrong with the sensor. Like all the pictures were all black. Like nothing was working. I look online. It's like, oh yeah, it's this common problem. You just have to open it the fuck up and just clean it with like a little alcohol, rubbing alcohol, and then it fixes it. I was like, okay. And then like I go see if a company could fix it, and it's like $400. I'm like, or I could try to do it by myself. I'm like, And there's a whole instructional video how to on YouTube. I'm like, I guess I could give it a whirl.
It's almost like a puzzle. Like you're taking something apart.
Totally.
Put together.
That was
and
all
what happened?
Tiny
Did it work?
Screws.
Did it work?
Luckily, yeah. I mean, the tip, I'm sure if anyone has looked into actually trying to do that, is especially with like electronics, there's so many different layers of panels that you have to take off, and each layer has a set amount of screws that are tiny and they're all like the same fucking size. So this awesome thing that I didn't know about until I watched this video is like you draw a picture of your camera and then you pop a little hole like with a toothpick or something where the screws are, and then as you're taking the screws out, you screw them into this sheet of paper that has the picture of your camera, so you know exactly, that's for this part, that's for this part, because sometimes they might be like just a little longer than the other one or something.
It came with that, or you made that?
No, so the YouTube video that I was watching suggested like this is how you keep your shit organized, because if you lose one of them, you're fucked. Or if you misplay, if you make a mistake with where it goes, and that was like blew my mind. And then it worked. Then I was able to do it, and the camera's good again. I didn't have to drop $400.
That's so sick. It feels so good.
Yeah. It's so dude, fun. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Man, you better keep that attitude with your sailboat. But when I was on the sailboat, I had to fix all kinds of shit. I never fucking knew what the hell I was doing. Figured
Dude,
it
I'm
out though.
ready. Almost everything I have like just kind of breaks or is like slowly. I have to tinker with almost everything. It's fun. So like I want to
hell
get
yeah.
Yeah, dude, all the like the what's another one? Like the different screens or something that you get on your phone or you're replacing the cameras or some shit.
Dude, screen, it looks gnarly to replace an iPhone screen. Like it looks like you're taking apart the whole thing, but
Yeah,
it's like
because you are
4 or 5 screws and it's like pretty easy and like a couple like ribbons. And then you can save a bunch of money and then like I did it at an Applebee's bar, like at the bar once at Applebee's.
the bar.
While
Nice.
drinking and shit, yeah. Applebee's lighting not very good, but it's like
Dude. So it feels like you have like just so many like hidden talents and like secrets of shits of how to do different things within the world. What's the secret behind the airport lobbies? How are you making your way into all these airport lobbies, using their showers, eating all the buffets? Like,
yeah. That's not like
are you just sneaking in there, just like with a fake like VIP, like Wayne's World? Like,
no, I have so I'm frugal in a lot of things. I do like these frugal hacks, and I'm saving money in a lot of ways, living on a cart, shit like that. But then there's certain things in life, certain pockets where I'm less frugal per se, or like I'll do things that appear unfrugal, like the lounge access I have. It's from a Ballin credit card. It's from a credit card that's like kind of expensive and has an annual thing, and it's like on face value, it's like, oh, what the fuck? Your credit card costs $700 a year. But then when you start tinkering all the frugal benefits of this credit card, it actually comes down to like $200 a year. And with that, there's lounge access. So it's like, I'm kind of a nerd with like weird little travel hacks and like travel points. And,
yeah.
And I'll pair all these like little travel hacks if I can together. So I have like the Frontier Go Wild flight thing, which is like super. So I can fly for $15.
Anywhere within the U.S., domestic?
Anywhere within the U.S. Yeah, I could do international, but it's a little bit. It's like $30 or $40, maybe 50.
The hell?
That doesn't go everywhere. It's Frontier, so it's like pretty limited. But domestically, like Battle, I haven't bought my ticket for Battle, but it's gonna be like $15. Or if there's a layover, it might be 25.
That's insane.
So there's that. I pair that, and then so I got the credit card. So I pair it with the lounge. I don't know how interesting this is for podcast listeners.
Dude,
but,
no. For Kendama players, Kendama players, with all of the like the
travel
the
shit,
different events that are popping off, getting bigger and badder, like badass. People want to go out. People want to be like Rod, making their way out to every fucking event that they can possible. But there's a limit to their wallets, and if this is something that could
tough game to play,
yeah, dude. But it seems, Danny, like you figured out a little hack, a little crack in the fucking.
It's actually so dope. I don't think we have those in Canada, bud.
So I like, and then so I have the lounge access with the card, and I can fly for cheap. So essentially,
what is this card? Can you?
So the card I have is the
what
Amex.
Is this?
It's the Amex Platinum, bullshit high, the Amex Sapphire Platinum, whatever, gangster ass CEO type shit. But so I do it. I'm very frugal, but I am kind of, this is fucking nerdy or like boring, slightly a financial. I'm into that too. That's also like a hobby of mine. It's like finances, like being good with money.
Yeah.
I'm frugal with all my shit, but the money I do have, I'm like good with. I like to invest it and do shit like that, or like not throw it away.
Yeah.
Shit like that. And so this is like another field of like taking that frugality or like taking some sort of finances and like, I don't know, like twisting it to be more like the travel shit. I can fly for very cheap, but then I pair it with the lounge access. So for like $15, I could go have like 6 like Long Islands and eat fucking chicken masala at the fucking airport or whatever. And and then but I'm just like taking a couple different travel hacks, kind of like pairing them together and shit. The lounge access though, it's like from a credit card.
So you're saying you could like book a flight, just go to the fucking lounge and eat and drink fucking all night for $15 or whatever, and not even take the flight and just fucking.
Yeah, some people do that.
Amazing. But fucking love that.
And then I was also pregnant with pet sitting, so I'd fly for $15, hit some lounges, and then stay at like a Airbnb for free, pet sitting.
Oh shit!
So for like 2 months after Posters, I traveled around, not like crazy places, but like Austin, Denver, Portland, like, and it was all like for just over free. Like paid the cost of the plane ticket but then I'd make up for that eating in the lounge, and then I would go stay at a place for free the entire time. And
Dude, it's
yeah,
hilarious.
there's a lot of cheap travel hacks out there if you look at them or take the time to like dive into it. It's cool.
Hell yeah. That's dope, actually.
I think that is, that's massive because, a lot of people, if you don't traveling a lot and you don't really look into it, it's a new world. You have no idea what to do, and it could just be like, whatever. Oh, okay, the airline says I have to pay this much, but it's like, oh, well, actually, technically, you have that. You can have this or something, or you know, if you don't really know, it's like traveling to a new place. If you don't know how the shit works, how this community, how the culture works, there will be things that you might get cheated on, or things that you just opportunities missed.
Dude, it's all a game, man. And you know, if you don't have the information, then you have to
back to that
be
Steam
able
Deck.
to like, dude, it's puzzle games are fucking a real thing, man.
Man, what was it?
Life is
Isaac's mother's curse or something?
The Binding of Isaac.
Holy shit!
Hell yeah, we have been gaming.
We've been gaming for a while. Everyone
gaming
thinks
deep.
Hopefully everyone's still here learning of that. I mean, that was a huge.
Is this live or is
that
this
was a
like
huge
pre-live? How's this work?
It's pre-live.
Oh, okay.
Prius live.
Prius live.
Drop something in the chat.
Yeah.
But dude, no, hopefully everyone was stuck around for that last bit of information, because I think that's a big hack. If just looking into that, hopefully if that sparks someone's interest to look into, I do want to travel more. What is this? Maybe it is good to invest in this one thing that it kind of feels like a lot at this one point, but if you really utilize it, then it comes out with higher benefits in the end. But dude, Danny,
Kendama hacks.
Goat, episode 69. This is a great one. Amazing.
Hell yeah.
I'm personally very happy that, just to learn more about, because I always look through this, rectangle window to see other people's lives, and yours is one that I'm always like, oh shit, where is he now? Like, where's this dude? Where's he going? What next pet friend is he going to befriend,
Fuck yeah. Yeah, my shit's a little all over sometimes. I'm a little manic and fucking weird. I appreciate that y'all fuck with it and want to hear about it.
It's like, I don't know, maybe just me or like other people. Like it's like the possible dream life of just not being a kind of like rooted anywhere and be able to just like go in and experience like the world. It feels like from my perspective, again, with the family and everything, there's so many amazing things, but it comes with like a lot of responsibilities too. And then there's so many just different lifestyles, and the one that you have is just one that always like puts a smile on my face, of course, with your fucking shitty rap that you put on, those lines that you go put over it and stuff. It just adds to the flavor. But hey, dude, it's awesome to see that, you're still moving, still making stuff. And, one big one that's coming up, like you mentioned, music videos and stuff. Pain Olympics.
Fuck yeah.
Pain Olympics. Heavy Lola, if anyone's interested in, I guess, mathcore. I don't know what I think,
heavy shit.
Yeah. What was it, like Metal Injection or somebody who
genreless?
Yeah.
Well, if I understand correctly, it's heavy and it's heavy and it's low and it's low.
Like Kendama.
Yeah, it can.
Like
good.
Purple Heart.
I like a heavy Kendama person.
Hey.
I'll say
we got an album dropping. I think March.
Spring
let's
20.
go.
Yeah, this year, 2025. So your Instagram says, but dude,
hell yeah,
Kendama Goat 10.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Thank you, dude.
Yeah, thanks for taking the time to come out and
amazing
shoot the shit with the nerds.
Thank you. Sorry, we talked about eggs for a while there.
No, that's perfect. Dude. I love it. I thoroughly enjoyed the egg conversation.
Yeah.
Some hot lines dropped about some dirty eggs.
I'll tell you the rest of that Thailand story at the Airbnb. That'll.
All right.
I got some sailing questions too.
Oh my god.
Deal. Jeez. Fucking A. Hell yeah. And as always, shout out our Patreons. If you guys are in the Patreon
Thank
here,
you so much.
supporting the nerds and kendertainment, very much appreciated.
I'm amazing. A Patreon.
Hey, let's go.
Yeah,
appreciate you.
Goat, Kendama Goat. I think you're just Goat.
Okay. Hell yeah. And
I think you're my only Patreon. I had a couple other podcasts and they fizzled, and then I just kept yours going, and it's still.
Dude,
hey, let's go.
Thank you so much, dude. Yeah, if anyone wants to jump on that, please. That would be amazing. To be able to support.
Yeah, try it on for a month.
try it on for a month, dude. I mean, like, you start at one tier, the $1 tier that gets you all these
Isn't it
videos. It's just $1. You can jump up to the $5
Very
a month,
frugal.
and that's just
Jump
like
up to
what,
the
like a
5,
hipster coffee, you know, one day of like just a hipster coffee for for a whole fucking month, you know.
not
But in
bad.
any case, you know, and for everyone who does, thank you so much. If you haven't done it, hey, go check it out. But I also do, you know, I know, Danny, you do some silk screening, printing. You used to, maybe, possibly in the future. Hey, who knows?
One of the ADD pockets. That
Again, I was about to say the DIY ADD that you get into. I designed some shits too, and there's a little winter line for Kendertainment right now. We have our 6-year Damanerds devil head jacket, or shirt.
Yeah,
Check it out, everyone. Thank you so much.
Shirt.
It's
Good
fucking
shit.
It's 666.
I have a Dama shirt. Just saying. I have one.
Yes.
I bought one.
Yes.
Let's go,
dude.
fucking aim.
The man.
Stay tuned because there will be NERDS 70 coming at some point soon. So I guess on that note, these nerds are
69.